All right, you guys. Hello, hello. I know the cam is off right now, but I needed to get live here because it's 4:30. So I hope you guys are doing good. Something set me back like a couple minutes, so I apologize, but hopefully Daniel will be here soon. And I'm just bringing up the chat now, but I'm gonna need a couple minutes, you guys. And I know we just started. Let's see. Sarah, hello. Mizrak, hello. Ashley, hello. Thank you, Sarah. All right, so we're gonna wait for Daniel, Sir Daniel, to come in. But I need a couple minutes, you guys. So I mean, just a moment. I apologize. Um, Let me just put in the chat. Be right back. Um, Come on, Sophie, Abba, hello. May, hello, hello, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I'll be right back. Okay, something came up. I'm so sorry. Just a moment.
Hello. Can you hear me now, Joe? I can't hear you. No, I still can't hear you for some reason.
Can you guys hear me now? I'm just
I can
messing
hear.
with.
I can hear you now.
Okay, see, it's just weird. I didn't do anything except for just check and then uncheck it back. And so, anyways, I'm sorry. I don't know. You guys, I having issues here with StreamYard, so I apologize. That's why when I first came on too, I apologize about that, you guys. How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm thankful. I forgot that's how I'm gonna answer because yes, child that comes in, she always says, I'm thankful. I'm like, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that answer. I'm thankful, and I am. I'm thankful, and that makes me feel more gratitude and thanks when I say it out loud. So there we go. So you had to work today?
um, I felt sick this morning. I woke up and um, well, let's just say I had to run to the bathroom. Um,
Sorry.
Otherwise, I would have had to clean it up. It, it,
It's
it
not
only came out
funny.
of the attic, so that.
Are you all right now?
Yes, I am doing good now. I pretty much slept the day away, but I did get some mowing done, so
Okay. Okay.
not a big
Well, there
deal.
you are. Oh, hello. Look, you know what? You look like a lumberjack right now, Paul Bunyan. Oh, oh, thank you, Pebbles. I put this hat on last minute because my hair was just not working on the top. I was like, you know what? That's all right. I'm gonna throw this damn hat on and so be it. Doesn't necessarily go with the t-shirt, but I don't care. Let's see.
I'm in that hair day too.
You having a bad hair day yourself?
Yeah, why do you think I'm wearing a hat?
All right. Well, as long as you're feeling
That's
good,
secret.
then I thank you for being here, Daniel. I just I don't want you to come on though if you don't feel up to doing this. If you're not feeling good, don't worry about this. I don't want you to feel pressure to do it. you know,
Mm, I understand. I'm not pressured.
because you're an Aries, I'm an Aries,
I
and
don't
I
think.
know how we is. If we say we're gonna do something, we do it no matter what. Usually, so I
Yeah,
just don't want you to feel like because for me this might be important, but it's not for everybody else. I mean, does that make sense? What
no,
I'm
it
saying,
makes
like for
sense.
me, okay.
You have more of an investment in it.
Yeah, but you guys, I don't want any of you guys to worry about it. But I will worry and stress because it's important to me. But I understand this is not important for other people, and I get that. And I don't want you guys to feel pressured or anything. Linksy, hello, Linksy. How are you doing? Erica, hi, Erica. How are you? the Linksy face. She got the Linksy face.
I think
Good.
this other phone finally died.
Say what now?
I usually look at I usually look at the chat with another phone. This one, and it still looks at the Wi-Fi, but I think it's dead now, like no longer working.
Oh, it's
That's
dead.
fun.
Uh oh.
Yeah, no, not just dead, like dead. I got shocked while I had that phone, and I think it took a lot of damage. That's why I replaced it. So
You got shocked by the phone? Is that what you just said?
no, I had the phone with me when I got shocked. I think I told you that story. I was playing the guitar and I had it over my shoulder. I had headphones on, put into the phone, and I went to turn the ceiling fan off, and it shocked me. So
Oh,
yeah, I had to
like
replace the
bad?
phone after that.
Like it
Um,
shocked you
I mean, I'm
bad?
still here. It was very scary because all I could hear was like electricity going through my skull. So it was scary. But
Oh,
other than
wow.
that, I'm fine.
Okay. You think you're fine. No, just like, he's like,
It
I'm
happened
fine.
around like a week. It
I'm
happened
fine. As
around
you
a month.
start twitching and shit, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it did happen a year ago. So
Well, Okay. Hopefully everything good. All right. I'm trying different glasses because I know I look tired. I don't want any glasses, but I look tired. Marta, how are you doing? KK, hello. I know. All right. Come on now. Hey, work with me. Work with me. Anyways, all right, let's get this started, huh? You guys are like, enough with the, flapping the jaws. Let's get this started, you guys. Um, I usually start off with a collective on the days that we've done it before, but this is a little bit different, so I'm not doing it that way. So Daniel and I are just we're talking. We're doing it in like trying to do it like a podcast style podcast. I mean, it's still kind of the same, but a little different in a way. And the thing about podcasts is we can put it to two separate playlists where people can listen if they want it at any time. So it's kind of cool to do it as a podcast, even though for a lot of you guys it's the same shit. All right, it's just we're talking and we're gonna do tarot. I mean, last week we tried it without the tarot, but it just I don't know. I had a few people said, "Oh, I wish you would have given," and I'm like, "Okay, then that's why this week we're gonna go ahead and give tarot and advice if you want it. Up to you, Daniel, if you want to give to everybody automatically or not. You do, okay,
um,
or
yeah, I think it would be fair.
okay. Ivo, hello, Ivo. Yes, Ivo, it is hat day. Yes, yes, it is. All right, so if you guys like to have a free, you know what? I did put in there general, but I want to change it. General or yes, no. You can have a free general or yes, no tarot reading and advice from Daniel. And this is also a podcast to where we're talking about the subject today, which is, loving yourself, accepting yourself. And you know what? Maybe I will actually pull just a couple cards on that for everybody, for a collective. And I was going to use this deck, but I don't know if you guys will. The deck I've been I did a card of the day on, card of the day with. I'm just going to use it. If you guys don't want it, I'll change out decks. But if you'd like to have a free reading, go ahead and ask now. You can ask now to be added to the free list to have a free reading. You can have a yes, no, or general today. I need to get up and change that. I said general, but yes, no, or general. Actually, I need to get up and change it right now. Hold on just a second. It's going to bug me.
I think that's the Aries in you.
And yes, I agree about is the Aries. I think so too. Because, I mean, okay, my head. Because, ex-husband was Aries. My mom was
I'm
an
kind of
my mom was an Aries.
uh,
And we're all the same. So, it seems to me
yeah.
we're all the same. All right.
I'm
Let's
kind of a
see.
perfectionist myself. I mean, I've learned to pull the reins back on it a little bit, but I just like to do things right the first time, and
Hmm.
that way I don't have to do it again. You know,
Exactly. And
once it's
that's where I
enough.
get anxiety. I have so much anxiety because if it's not done right the first time, like, oh man, I didn't get it right the first time. What the hell's wrong with me? Type thing.
Yeah,
But yeah, and we're just so hard on ourselves on everything, I think too. But
it
anyways,
definitely
people,
comes out in my work. That's for sure.
yeah. And if anybody's wondering, like, why are they talking about themselves? Well, the podcast is called Fire Within. And so we are both Aries. So it is about us. Not really about us as a joke, but Fire Within is just what we named it. And Erica, I do see it right here. I just got a notification actually. Thank you, Erica. You will be up. I'm just gonna grab a couple cards and for the collective, and that's it. I'm sorry, I'm checking the phone here real quick. The because the like I said, I did get that notification already. So I'm just gonna use this deck for today. I'm gonna grab a couple cards. The first thing that comes to mind, I mean, today is about loving yourself and accepting yourself, right? I mean, every day is about, it should be about that. But today, the subject, whatever, of today and when we talk and all that, and I'm sure Daniel will, he's going to talk in a little bit too, I hope, and give his thoughts about loving yourself, accepting yourself, and all that. And we're going to have a chat about that today. Um, but I'm wondering if these cards, in a way, is almost like having anxiety and stress about some type of, I don't know if it's like a new opportunity. I don't know if you're worried about um missing out. It's almost like some of you may be worried about missing out on some new opportunities. I don't know. I feel like I'm just keep getting different things over. Anyways, let me just show. Let me just show in a time here. I don't know. I think a lot of you guys are distracted. I think a lot of you are bored. I think a lot of you have self doubt. I mean, we all do, right? There's a lot of self doubt going on, insecurities going on. I don't know if you feel like you missed an opportunity or if this is saying you could miss an opportunity, like a new opportunity that's coming. You could miss it if you're not paying attention. Which one did I show? I don't know which one I just showed, but because they're all in my hands. Okay. But this is the next one. I mean, this talks about you like being bold and taking action to some type of new opportunity or something like that. But just to me, it's almost like, I don't know, this anxiety or stress could even be expected in the worst a little bit, but it's about refocusing your thoughts if you can. I know, easier said than done, right? But try to refocus your thoughts. Since today's topic is the love and accept yourself, I think a lot of you guys gotta accept yourself more. I mean, this seems like there's a lot of anxieties, there's a lot of stress. It's almost the feeling I get is you want something new to come in, but say it does come in, and for once it comes in, then you have stress and anxiety over it because you don't know if you're actually good enough to do it, or if I feel like a lot of you don't love and accept yourself enough that it's giving you this anxiety and this stress and everything over anything that comes up because you don't love yourself, you don't accept yourself. So any kind of new adventure, any kind of new opportunity, whatever it is, you can have all this stress and all this anxiety because You're not actually accepting who you are, you're not loving who you are. So now it doesn't matter what you do, the next minute, the next hour, the next day is going to be anxiety and stress, because it's almost like you're holding back because you're not loving yourself, you're not accepting yourself, and that's going to create this whole big ass like block between you and anything new that comes in. Because I don't know how to even I can feel it. I'm trying to explain it. Maybe
I,
Daniel could help me out there.
I think I can help you out there.
Good, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sir Daniel.
When you're so worried about how if you're not accepting yourself and loving yourself properly, then you're going to be just worried about how other people see you, right? And if you're spending all that time and energy and effort into that, then you're not going to have enough left for the new things that are coming your way. You're not going to have enough left for the new opportunities, and you, even if you did, you may not. You may be holding yourself back, like you said, because you don't feel like you'll be accepted there, and it just turns into a big block and a big wall, like you said. So I think there's it just that little nuance of it too is important to realize, because you know if you're spending all this time and energy just making sure that people like you, then you don't have enough left in the gas tank in the end. There's just you're spending all of your time to do it, and if you're doing that, it's turns into a big cycle. Oh, does this person like me? Does that person like me? Do they? Am I fitting into this clique, this group that I hang out with the most? Um, and we're gonna talk more in depth about that later. So you tune in. I will go more in depth, but that's pretty much the idea. I think that you're going for, Jill.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to ask this live. You, I'm not going to say a name, but you did or didn't hear from the person?
No, I didn't hear from her.
Okay, thank you. I done asked you twice, but you didn't answer. I'm like, well, that must mean no. But I just need to make sure because I'm worried. I just got to make
Yeah,
sure. I'm like, I get anxiety and get worried too. Like upset and worry at the same time. Like, damn it, man. I'm like, but oh God, is she? Anyway. All right,
no,
let's see.
I feel that too sometimes, and in this case, I think that she'll let us know if something really bad happened, or she'll let us know later. But
All right.
yeah, I think she's fine.
All right. Thank you. I hope so. All right. So we have a donation, which is Erica. Thank you, Erica. You are up. And thank you, Linksy. And you guys do not forget to check out Sir Daniel here. His channel is Surveying BTS. I do have the link in the description. And by the way, if anybody would like to donate to Daniel for anything, he does give out advice after the readings and stuff. His donation links are pinned at the top of the chat with mine. They're also in the description box with mine. So you can just look two different places there and they're right there. All right. And Linksy, don't forget to check out her other channel. It's A's Tarot Readings. She's a really good tarot reader, you guys. If you haven't seen her, go check her out. A's Tarot Readings. And thank you, Linksy. Thank you, Sarah. All right. Was info I channeled on Melvin accurate? Okay. Confirmation purpose. Was the info I channeled on Melvin accurate? I already think like you already know. And there you go. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily there you go, but I think I don't know with this card. I just felt that like I feel like you already know, but let's see. I mean, you have all yeses. All yeses come out for your free there. I just looking at the cards. Let me just show you. This deck is just a bit different, so hopefully you can. I've only used it once before, I think, maybe twice. I don't know. Hope you can see it. All right. And then the Chosen Queen 41. Hello, hello. All right. Should I have a conversation with Melvin about what I channeled? All right. A card dropped on the floor, and that's pretty much your answer, in my opinion. But let's see. Answer stays the same. Answer stays the same. Answer stays. This sounds like a game show. Oh, that survey says, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Survey says.
Family Feud.
Thank you. I'm like, oh my God, what? That's right. Steve Harvey. Steve
Yeah,
Harvey. I
everyone loves
know.
Steve. He's great.
Yeah, I like he's. You know what? He's funny, and man, he gives out the best advice. I don't know if anybody ever sees his shorts on YouTube and stuff, but he gives out the best advice. But anyways, let's see. You got all yeses. What the heck is? It smells like incense, very strongly of incense, but I have nothing burning. It's not me, and I'm like, my window was open over there, but it's so. Sorry, I had to open up this. It's so strongly that it's not a concern, but I'm like, how am I smelling it that strong? Anyways, sorry about that. Erica's like, always during my reading, always mine. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. I'll be giving you extra because I mess around yours, not on purpose, but let's see. Now it just smells like a straight fire, and that's why I'm being concerned. But it's right during the reading. But I'm like, do I need to evacuate? I mean, like, it's strong. I need to actually hold on. Actually, I like running downstairs. I'm running out. I'm not outside, but I'm looking outside. It's very strong. Sorry about that, but I mean, if you smell like that strong of, like, I gotta check around, make sure. All right. Anyways, I don't know. I still smell it, but all right. Let's see. I don't know why that sounds funny, but he said, "What in the therapist is spirit trying to turn me into?" I started writing, and out pops the channeled info. Oh wow. Okay. um. With this, yes, it's showing to me. The card that's like just really popping out for me is this one. And you can see it, right? Can you see it? I think you can see it. But with this card, it's like happily ever after, living the dream, security, stability. I mean, it is, to me, it's a big yes type thing. And I mean, all the others are yeses also. Let me just, I don't know if you can see them, so try to show you one at a time. But it is a yes on that one. And, and that is another yes too. So there you go. I mean, this is all like, by the way, that's about taking action. This hat is all my all hats are too big almost for my head, and so they start to slide down. So sorry about that if it looks it starts to slide down, start covering my face. But be bold, take action, take the initiative, be fearless, big ol' yes. All right. And thank you, Erica. Marta, you're oh, excuse me, Daniel. I think you should show yourself like this all the time because it looks bright, it looks pretty, it looks like we got a Paul Bunyan on. I mean, it looks good.
The sun will be setting shortly, so it won't last long. Um, but the only thing I have to say to is the question of bringing it up, because that requires a little bit of work beforehand. If you're trying to confront someone about something, whether it's good or bad, you typically want examples of past experiences that you've had with it that they can you can use for them to help put the pieces together you're starting to see. Um, it's hard to notice if you're doing something and to find that sort of pattern within yourself because we're usually focused what's outside of us. So it requires some sort of negotiation and some sort of planning beforehand to try and bring something like this to someone. Think of like a pitch meeting at like a business or something. You're trying to pitch an idea. A lot of the steps that you take to do that are usually the same because you're trying to, instill an idea coming from your mind that no one can read your mind, right? And you can't read others. So you're trying to instill an idea in someone else and see the vision that you see. And if you can do that properly, it'll work out a lot better for you than just trying. And it'll also help it'll keep yourself from getting into an argument with them, and it'll even help present your case better. So that's the advice I have for you. Really, is to just plan ahead, bring examples, and if you don't have any right now, think about them first and see if there are any past examples. Um, and that'll help you a lot better with presenting this to them. Um, so that's what I've got for you there, Erica. I hope that helps. Uh, Jill, is the house on fire?
No, but I mean, we do have, somebody has, we have, there's fireplaces and stuff. So, but I'm like, this is hot today. And speaking of hot, by the way, how you in Florida in a flannel shirt?
Um, I just do it.
Aren't you hot?
Yes,
I just thought of that. I'm
I
like,
ain't
wait a
gonna
minute now.
lie.
What's it? What?
Right?
How hot is it there today?
Um, that's a good question. Let's see if I can figure that out. 84 currently.
You in a flannel shirt? What the
Yep.
hell is going? What the hell? Yeah, I
I
don't know.
I was just mowing the lawn earlier,
In
so
a flannel shirt?
yeah. Long sleeves help keep the dirt off you,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
it
I mean,
helps.
that just it feels like hot. Shania, hello. Dwayne, hello. Yeah, here it's because it's been about around 80ish,
Hmm.
here, and I'm looking at you. I'm like, damn, you're making me feel hot. All right.
I mean, it ain't the most comfortable thing in the world, but I'm okay with it right now. I'm just used to sweltering heat and being in the sunlight, so
So you're
it
probably
doesn't
not that
bother.
hot then, huh?
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me as much as someone else, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm used to it in a way. Yeah, yeah.
I don't like it too hot. I don't like it too cold. But it is what it is. I mean, whatever. I think I would. People like what would you take over? For you, probably the hot because you're more used to it, climatized. But I don't know. Would you prefer the cold or the heat if you
So
had to
I've
choose?
I've been in single digit weather before, and I've been in 3 digit weather also. So I've experienced both. Okay, and I would have to say that I prefer cold weather because I can always put more layers on, but there's only so many I can take off before I end up in prison. So I prefer the cold weather. I actually have control as to whether or not I feel comfortable outside in the
I
cold.
just imagine where's Daniel been? Oh, he got arrested because he got too hot. Yeah. They're like what?
Well, this is the best
Anyways,
sunscreen in the world.
yeah,
This is the
but
best
not
sunscreen in the world.
flannel.
So
But
I
not
tend to leave it on.
flannel is just too hot, man. Unless it's not flannel, but it looks like a flannel. But
It is, but it's not very thick. It's
okay.
not like a fleece flannel or something with
Oh,
like sheep sheep fur or fake fur on the inside. I have one of those. So
all right, Marta, you are up. And did I already call Marta? I don't know if I did or not. I felt like I did. But Marta, you are up. I think I did. All right, Linksy. Let's go ahead and call you Linksy. Whoever wants to post first. But we're also going to be talking to you guys. So for anybody that wants to hear what we're going to discuss, stick around. I don't know how to do it, whether we talk in between or we talk after, or I don't know. But it doesn't look like there's a very long list. So,
mhm.
so if you want to wait, that's cool. But
I can wait a little longer. We could take care of the list as it is now and
okay.
decide later on if you want to close it or anything like that. Because like you said, it's
Oh,
not very long,
okay.
and then we can have our discussion a little bit later on, and when people are more engaged, I think.
Okay. Sound good. Our Danny and I will get married soon. Say what now? Okay. Okay, will Danny and I get married soon, I think. Okay, let's see. Marta, you be on the roof patching up Jill. I'll be on the roof patching up Jill. So what now?
Well, you're
What
braver
ship are
than
you
me.
talking about? Huh? You don't
She's
know either?
braver than I am. No, if she's on a roof somewhere, yeah, she's braver than I am. I do not like being on roofs.
You don't? Do you have the fear of heights?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily the height itself, more like the fall and the
Okay.
impact. But yeah, when
Let's
I'm on
see.
heights, I tend to avoid the edge. So,
You ever go on roller coasters?
um, yes, I do like roller coasters, but
You
I've
do?
been on roofs
Oh,
like that before, and those are
okay.
scary. It, you'll slip right
Is
off
it?
of it. Yep.
It's not funny, but I just picture it. I just picture like whoop, and then and it's not
You'll hear
funny,
it.
because people could get
You'll
hurt.
yeah. You'll hear an and then
That's the part that's funny. Anyway, all right, I shouldn't be laughing at that. Let's see. Linksy, that face, that face, Linksy. All right, let me see. Marta. If you and Danny, will you and Danny get married soon? The feeling I get from the cards is it's going to take some work. I don't know what that's about, but like it's going to take some work, but yes, you will get married. Now you said soon. Um, I'm gonna have to get a maybe because I cannot give you a yes because of the cards that come out. I feel like there's work to be done, or you gotta fix something, or I don't know. But it just talks about like work being done first, and then it. To me, I think it could be a marriage. But let me show you these cards. Let me show you one at a time because they're like there's two sides to the card. See, I think things are going to go in your favor. But this, like, you got to be reasonable. You got to be fair. But things will go, if that's what you want, I think it's going to happen.
We'll
All
go
right.
inside.
And then Daniel.
I'm gonna go inside.
Hmm.
So I was talking to the dog.
Oh,
It's normal to wonder about the future, especially something like marriage. Um, that the fact that you're wondering it means you want it, and if you haven't mentioned it before, they're not going to really know that you feel the same, or at least do it in passing. You know what I mean? Like, um, just throwing it out there in mid conversation while you guys are out having fun. Not necessarily like, oh, I'd love to marry you one day, but like, you mention it in passing, like, you're out and about, you see a billboard, and you're like, and it's a marriage thing, and you're like, oh, you know, mention it in passing while you're on the road and see what they say. Um, it'll come to you, and it'll be in a way that you're most comfortable with. So you don't fear it, right? And when they start to think about it themselves, and they say something to you that make you think that they're thinking about it, it makes it easier for that stage to start getting into motion. It's a way, it's like a planting a seed and letting it grow is what you're doing. And when the seed finally grows and turns into the tree, you'll naturally organically go into that stage of your lives. And it's a big undertaking too. So you have to be careful with who this will be. Um, so my suggestion is to feel comfortable with the idea of, you know being open about how you feel. And when you do that, you'll start to see that come from them, what it is that they feel for you. And if you see that it's mutual, then it's safe for you to move forward with it. If you don't do this, you'll never know. And if you don't know that they don't feel the same, or you're starting to see things that you don't like, and then you'll know that maybe this isn't the person and there's someone else later. So it's important to pay attention to that and to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Okay. Um, I know that's a bit of word gymnastics I just threw at you, but it's hard to act upon things like that. They're so big these days because there are just so many people out there that don't show who they really are for a while, usually around 3 months. And my suggestion to you, like I said, is to see who they are. And when they show you who they are, you got to believe them the first time. Okay, that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps you. Um, and like I said, don't be afraid. It's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. All right. Thank you, Marta. I hope that helps.
all right, Linksy, you are up next. Nicole. Hello, Nicole. I'm pretty good. How are you doing? My hair is off. It's a little off. Anyway. Ah, Nicole, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Am I on the birds before landing stage with my skill? Now, what?
Birds before land. It's a sailing term. When you see birds, typically you're around land
Right.
when you're out sailing. So it's a manifestation. In manifestation, there's a stage called birds before land where you're getting close to your manifestation being there. You're close to
This
land
sounds. I'm
in a
having
way.
deja vu right now. Then, because I feel like maybe Lindsay has asked this before, and maybe you explained it to me before. I don't know. I feel like this. I'm having a deja vu because this sounds familiar.
I did explain it before.
You did?
I
Okay.
had
No wonder. You're like, but you're not getting it. Okay. I'm sorry. You know why? I think because half the time I don't want people. I don't like to say I'm tired because then people are like, oh, then she can't do the readings. Yes, I can. I'm tired. I'm not sleepy. Like I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm not like that. I'm just tired because I wish I need to sleep better. But I'm fine. I have energy. You guys can tell to do the readings. But sometimes, which I think what people say, it doesn't stick the first time. But now it's gonna stick. Okay. All right. Let's see. Am I on the birds before landing stage with my manifestations? And you mentioned it too. Okay. That's okay. So you both did. That's why I be having deja vu. Okay, let's see. Y'all ever have deja vu?
no, not that one.
I'm waiting for someone to say, what is
Just
it?
deja vu.
Deja vu? I've heard that shit before. Deja vu. Poo poo. Anyway, it's on the same thing. It said, I'm having deja vu. I've heard that shit before. Anyways, don't mind my swearing today or any other day. I need to let go of this anxiety, Daniel. This is something I want you to help me with because I'm worried about somebody and I'm having anxiety about it and it's bugging me until I'm a type person like until I find something out, it'll bug me and I wish I could change that. So that is something Daniel could talk to me about later. Let's see. I feel like there's something you're missing, Linksy. I don't know. I feel like there's something you're missing. I'm gonna give you a maybe. I know we don't want to hear a maybe, right? If you don't want a maybe, it's gonna be more of a no. But I'm not giving you a no because you do have this ace sitting here. But the cards before it is almost like I think you can have your manifestation as long as there's something you're missing or something you're not paying attention to, or maybe you are a little bit bored or distracted and not really, like putting your full oomph into it or something. With this card right here, there's something you could be missing. I don't know. Then you have this card, which is balancing things, like balancing home and work or and stuff, and also have more fun in life. With that card, maybe I don't know if when you manifest, I think sometimes you have to feel good too. So in a way, when it says have more fun in life, in this hat, I think in a way it's saying to possibly try to let go of some things and try to have a little bit more fun. And when you're having fun, you're kind of in a different vibration. You're kind of in a different frequency, I guess, in a way. And the manifestations come to you quicker that way when you're in that more of a positive vibration or more of a believing. But I don't know how to really explain it. It's just something I feel, but I hope you know it. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying. Then you also, this is the ace that you got, which right there promise that a better way of life is possible. So I feel like it's coming. Now, whether it's the bird and land stage, I feel like you're one right behind it, if that makes sense. I feel like this, the birds before land is just the next one. It, I hoping that makes sense to you. Does it, Daniel? If it doesn't make sense, say it, girl. You're not making sense.
Um, yeah, I think the she's focusing a little too much on it. Um,
Oh, she just said
it's
she's
either
not having fun. She is overworked. Oh, you're overworked, girl. Oh, all right. Sorry, Daniel.
okay. So yeah, no, it's just like you're focusing on it almost out of expectation, and expectation can lead to resistance. But the other side of it too is what type of thing are you trying to manifest? If it's something small, it'll come faster. But if it's something big, and then it's going to have to take its time, and it'll be ready for you when it's ready, so long as you continue to do the manifestation. And a lot of that is just living your life, um, having fun, taking care of responsibilities, and taking care of yourself. And if you can do all of that, then your sphere of influence can grow. So there's a funny meme in the Jordan Peterson community, which I'm not really a part of, but I enjoy his work. And the meme is clean your room. Make sure your room's clean. If you can clean your room, then you can take care of something else too. Until you can clean your room, and if it's still messy, then there, maybe you're not ready for more responsibility because you can't even take care of that. That's the idea behind it. But there's also an old saying that it correlates with, and that is a room, the state of a room that you spend the most time in, usually your bedroom, reflects the state of your mind. If your bedroom's in chaos, maybe your mind is too. And if it's neat and orderly, maybe your mind is neat and orderly. So there's a bit of truth behind it. Um, you have to take care of what's around you, and you there's a bit of like freedom towards being able to make something beautiful, at least to you. And it could be something as simple as hanging a painting or hanging curtains, buying new sheets for your bed, um, beautifying the place that's around you. There's something freeing about that, and it'll, like I said, once you can handle that, your sphere of influence grows, and then you can take on more. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got for you there, Linksy. I hope that helps you. Um, Learning that was kind of a uh, it's like being in a circus for me. But once I figured it out, it has helped me. It has helped me realize at least that I have work to do, and at most that I'm doing better than I thought. So yeah, that's some good advice that I had to learn, and I felt like sharing with you. And like I said, I hope it helps you. Seems Jill is MIA for the moment. If you guys haven't liked the video, please do so. Um, if you haven't subscribed, you won't be able to enjoy the ability to chat amongst ourselves. You should probably do that if you haven't, and get some words in later on tonight, or ask to be on the list and get a reading. And if you are subscribed and you haven't hit that bell icon, well, why are you waiting? This is good stuff. If you want to know more, or when it's coming out and ahead of time, so you can join us while this is happening, please hit that bell so you can. It'll make it easier on you. What sort of freelancing are you doing, Linksy? Like like pho- photography work or journalism? Uh, do you have an internship somewhere? It's a form of freelancing. Also, you don't get paid for internship. Writing and video editing. Okay. Yeah, that can take some some serious energy to keep up with there, writing and video editing. I'm glad that helped you too, Ivory. Excuse me.
All right. Thank you. And sorry that I had to take care of something.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Where'd you go?
I had to make sure there wasn't a fire. I'm still smelling it strongly, and this window's like the window's closed. Hold up. Anyways, the window's closed, and that's what I'm saying. But the other side is open. Anyways, um, all right. So, Linksy, when you say that like freelancing is driving you crazy, oh, video editing. Oh wow. Well, at least you're getting paid. But yeah, be careful. You don't want to be too overworked. Sarah, general with advice. Mm-hmm. There's two kings showing up. Yes, I'm giving you a bit of a side eye because two kings are showing up. It doesn't mean that there's two kings in your life, but it could possibly be the meaning behind the card, not necessarily two different people, but it can be two different people. Hmm. One of them is more trustworthy, honorable, emotionally like available, emotionally like they. Anyways, the other one is more emotionally unavailable. So you got two people that are almost opposites. It seems to be. Now, if we're just talking about like for you, let me see. This could be about learning to control your emotions. This can also be about like mind over matter, head over heart. So learning to control your emotions, mind over matter, head over heart is what this is saying. All right. And Daniel, and that is getting stronger. This. All right, hold on.
Well, Jill takes care of that. Um, it's tough dealing with something that's as imp- as important as your health. I feel like that's what this is talking about. Um, because you don't really know what's going to happen, it leads you to worry. And the problem with that is you're spending time worrying instead of focusing on what's around you. Um, which is not necessarily your. I'm not like trying to blame you or anything. It's just the reality of it, and it's hard not to do that because this is important. Um, it requires a little bit of faith that you're going to be okay and that you are right now. And once you achieve that, and you have the faith that things are okay right now and you're going to be okay later, then it makes it easier for you to endure what's happening. And a lot of that stems from whether you're grateful and showing your gratitude or not. Being, saying you're thankful for the things that you have, as small as they may be. Food on your table is something to be thankful for. And, small things like that. Being able to wake up in the morning. um, so I would work more on having a little more faith that things are going to be okay. And that'll help calm your emotions down. And it'll help you be at peace with things. And that will also help heal you, both physically and, you know, emotionally, soulfully. So yeah, it'll be okay. I don't. I I understand that there's something to be worried here about. I'm going to look at this chat to see if he said anything. Uh, yes, I understand it was awful and things are bad right now. So, yeah, I was picking up on that. Um, it'll take its time, and it's going. It's. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be almost insufferable while it's happening. But when it's over, you'll be thankful it's gone. Okay, and just have faith that you're okay now. All right, that's what I've got for you, Sarah. Um, I hope that helps you, and I know things will be okay. All right. Now I'm wondering if everything's okay with Jill right now.
Yes,
There you
everything's
are.
fine. I'm right. I'm right here. Thank you. I actually ran outside. But it's just somebody's barbecuing, but like grilling or something. But it smells like It smells like it's right here, like a fire, and that's why I'm like, and it keeps getting stronger, and that's why, of course, I'm concerned. About it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't ever smell it this strongly ever, and that's why I'm like it's starting to. Anyways, I'm good. I'm good. Ms. Rack, you're up next. You are welcome, Sarah. Thank you for being here, Pebbles. Ms. Rack. What is Mizrak? I wonder if I've been saying it wrong. If I've been saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. I think I asked a while ago, but um, a general with advice. Yes. Thank you, Shania. Thank you, Linksy. Thank you, Sibra. Thank you, Daniel. Sir Daniel. Let's see. Some Taurus energy, anxiety or stress or fear or something coming up. I don't know if this is about your money or if this is because the abundance comes up with prosperity. Abundance and prosperity shows up, but then so does anxiety and stress or some type of fear or something. So I'm wondering if you're have fear over some type of money issues or not. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way, but um, this showing you looking extra special right now. I feel like I've told you this, but you're looking extra special. I don't know what you're doing. Make sure you the cards. Right, I already say it. Taurus type energy. This can also be saying that you are on the right track. And this can talk about progress. So very nice. Right. Oh, damn. The sun's already down. Looks dark over there already. Or almost all the way down. But okay. And then you got
Yeah.
this one.
Sunset's 8:30 my time.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I talked over you.
No, you're good. I talked to you. So you're good. Let's see. This right here, could be anxieties. It could be constant worrying over something, which could be over abundance, could be over marriage, could be over something like that. But I want one more. What is this? Self-defeating type energy. And that's, the energy that comes out is that like self-defeating or self-sabotaging type energy. I don't know what exactly that's all about with this fear, anxiety, stress, maybe in your head a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna give it to Daniel.
A lot of it comes from what we spoke about earlier, and what we're going to. Some of it's going to come up later. If you want to stick around, it's about accepting yourself and allowing yourself to do things, and to have your experiences. Uh, Fear is a powerful motivator. Uh, the thing is it can motivate you to do things, and it could also motivate you not to do things. Overcoming that is it takes a lot of courage, and it takes time also, and it also takes doing it. You have to experience facing your fear, and more often you do it, the better you will do. Okay, it's okay not to be successful the first time. It's okay in a way. There's a saying, um, it's okay to be a fool the first time so you can be a master later. It takes time to become a master of anything, and every master starts off as a fool. They just kept doing it. They kept allowing themselves to be the fool until they mastered it, and they didn't allow criticism to stop them from doing it. So yeah, fear is a powerful thing, and it takes a lot of courage and effort to get over it. You see, we're taught in school that typically there's only one right answer, and that is not a reflection of real life. In real life, usually there's more than one answer to a problem, and there's usually a good outcome from it so long as you choose to do something. When you do, it'll manifest itself and be a lot better than you're probably imagining it will be. Our imagination can run wild and make things out to be worse than they could be. So try to alleviate some of that anxiety that you have, because it can lead to you not getting what you want. All right. Even if that's just a desirable outcome. So that's what I've got for you. Um, don't be afraid to face your fear. Don't be afraid to go out and do the thing. Okay. Just do the thing that you're thinking about doing, and it'll be a lot better than you think. All right. That's what I've got for you, Mizrak. Just remember that there is nothing in life that you will experience that you can't handle. That's the truth. And Linksy, that stuff with the freelance job stuff, I didn't know that you were getting paid. $5 is not enough for video editing, so I can understand the frustration. And that brings up the idea to think about that, just how much value do you put into yourself, and you should charge people accordingly. Don't be afraid to charge $250 to $500 for a video edit. How
Wow.
valuable is your work? I know a guy who does graphic design for a living. and he charges something. Depending on what it is, it could be $1,000 job, and he charges $500 up front and 500 for the end because he knows that he at least has the 500 if they decide to opt out and not pay him for his work, even though they already have it, and that's happened to him before. So you really should think about how valuable your work is.
Wow. Of course, though, let me just put this in there. You're like, shut the hell up. If you're new to the game, you can't just come up with $500 and charge that because you have nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? So if you're new to it, we can understand starting off small and then building yourself up. But I understand with, it's not worth killing yourself over. What Daniel's saying, like if you feel like it was a lot of work for that, charge a little bit more. But let's not get too crazy. Don't get too crazy. But
I mean,
that's
there
fair.
are some people there are people out there that do these things for movies, and do you know how much they charge?
That's
Millions.
different. Look, that's
I
different
know,
though. You know what I mean?
I
But
know.
yeah, I know what you mean. But if
But
I
like,
feel like she's just starting off on it, so it's like we can't. I want to make sure that she doesn't like. Oh, well, then let me just charge up five hundred
mhm.
dollars and be like, girl, you have nothing backed up prior to that to show the work. So let's not, get carried away. But at the same
But
time,
50 is fair, you know,
know your worth.
25 an hour.
Yeah,
50 is fair.
yeah, yeah. All right. So the chosen queen 41. I'm not saying your name because of the other day you said you don't want your name said, but everybody's saying your name. So I don't know. Can we say your name or can we not say your name? I mean, you didn't. I don't remember. I don't see anything today that you said don't say your name. But should I go out of town soon? No, don't be sorry. She didn't say anything today. That was yesterday or the day before, I think. No, 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 Linksy, don't. It's okay. She didn't. If she didn't say anything, don't worry. You didn't know. That's why I'm just asking her. Okay, she said we can, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Maybe it was just the other night. I don't know. Should I go? Oh damn! What is up with the cords? They keep. It feels like indecision, and maybe that's just what you're having is indecision or something. I'm gonna get more of a give you more of a yes on this. I don't know if this is for work or what. I mean, but maybe it's not. But maybe it's about working hard or something. Maybe working hard to be able to afford to go, or I don't know. But like working hard or putting in effort, putting in work. But I'm gonna give you more of a yes on this one. And then Daniel.
So what do you mean by going out of town necessarily? Like leaving for a week or going away for a good long while, like moving? So that's the first thing that comes to mind. But what I really want to say right now is don't be afraid to do your research before you do it. You want to give yourself the best leg up possible. You don't want to go for something last minute or be too, what's the word? Impulsive with your decision, like finding the first good thing that comes your way, because there could be something better along the lines. Um, so that's something I want to warn you about. Uh, to enjoy life like a vacation. Okay, yeah, vacations are good. You want to spend some time for yourself and unwind. Um, something as simple as going out with a tent and going camping is like a vacation in itself. Going hiking for a weekend, or you know, uh, going to a water park. There's a lot of water parks, and spending some time there, and then going to the beach the next day, and then so on and so forth. Those things are important, as small as they are. So if you're thinking about vacation and you've got the funds to do it and not have to worry about anything when you get back, go ahead, do it. Have fun. All right. That's what I've got for you there. Um, you know, yeah, you have to worry about the aftermath of everything when you get back, and make sure your responsibilities are handled. But if that's not going to be an issue, go ahead. Just enjoy your life. All right. That's what I've got for you. I hope that helps and encourages you to have a little fun, and you know at, at least hear it from someone else that you're thinking, you know of doing a good thing for yourself. Okay. Hmm. Where are
All
you
right,
located?
Shania, you are up next. Oh, it's
Is it
hot
like
outside.
is it like 80 degrees everywhere and humid?
Must be. I mean, it is around that here, but
Yeah, it's always hot and humid in Florida. Always. Wintertime for us is you wear a jacket in the morning and you wear one at night.
all right. So did you? I think she just wants. Oh, general and advice. Okay. I thought it was just general advice from Daniel, but you mean a general and then advice, I think is what you mean. Let's see. I hope that's what you mean. All right, let's see. I don't know if this is on you or someone around you. I feel like there's anxiety, there's stress. I don't know if it's fear. I don't feel if this is lack of self confidence, but this could be deceit. This could be driven by your own wants, not thinking carefully. So I'm not sure if this is like on you or someone else, because if this is self sabotaging something, I want to say, and you're giving your own self the fear and anxiety, or if this is there's you wonder if there's dishonesty and it's bugging you. It's giving you anxiety, it's giving you stress, but not sure if it's not on you. Well, it's around you, someone around you. So be careful. If you know it's on you, well, with these cards that like this one is telling you to remain calm and strong. It could be constant worrying, but that's what's coming out for you. All right, and Daniel.
Always be wary of things that can threaten you. You want to handle them as soon as possible and in the best way possible. The last resort is violence, or lawful action, like legal action, like going and getting a restraining order. That should always be the last resort. But don't be afraid to do that if you need to. Um, Conflict. What was it he said? Conflict delayed is conflict multiplied. The longer you wait, the worse it will be. All right. I'm not saying to go out there and be paranoid, but you always have to be wary of things that can threaten you, and you have to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. Okay. You don't want to voluntarily throw yourself into hostile environments all the time. That's not healthy. Okay. But in the same vein, don't allow yourself to be paranoid. It's okay to be wrong about things sometimes, about people sometimes. But if you're not, you see multiple signs of the same thing, that it's somewhere around 2 to 3 examples of misbehavior or disrespect, you want to come confront them. Don't be afraid to. Okay? Um, that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps you. And yeah, it's scary, but nothing in life. There's nothing in life you can't handle.
Flo, hello, hello, Flo. Damn, 100 degrees for Nicole. All right, up next is Nicole. All right, Nicole, you are up next. You're welcome, Shania. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. And you guys, Daniel's channel link it's right in the description, and so are his donation links. If anybody would like to donate to Daniel, he's got donation links pinned at the top of the chat. They're also in the description box with mine. So if you guys would like to donate to either one of us, just let us know. All right, thank you. All right, is it buffering? I don't know. Not is it buffering for you guys? Not for me. Like over here on my desktop when I look over at it.
I think she's asking chat.
I think so too, but but you know, when I look over at my desktop over there too. It's not buffering on my desktop, but I know for you guys it might be. A general gold cards. Okay. All right. This one just flipped over while I was shuffling, which is very nice. It's like positive changes, right? And being on the right track and all that, but I don't know if there's something that you're not seeing, if there's something that you're not paying attention to, or something that you're missing. I don't know if you're distracted. I don't know if it's addictions. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like there's these like positive changes like sitting right here ready to happen, but either you're not seeing it or you're not accepting it or you don't like it, or I don't. So you saw that card, and we got Aquarius energy, and also Capricorn energy comes out too. So in a way, I don't know if this is fear and worry, if this is about accepting responsibility for something, or if this is just not seeing something. I feel like when I say don't let stubbornness, keep you from the right timing of things. I mean, it could be insecurities. It could be the doubts, the fears, I think it's insecurities. I think it's insecurities come through. I want to say like there's these positive changes coming. So I wouldn't worry. Try not to worry yourself too much. It's not going to change anything anyways. But with this card in itself, I know I've showed it a couple times, but this is showing to me that you are moving in the right direction. This could even be like the light at the end of the tunnel for this card. This could be about you getting more clarity about your path and more confidence in yourself, which I think maybe you need to get a little bit more of for some reason by the looks of these cards. But let me go ahead and give you to Daniel. All right.
It could be in a sense that you're missing the fact that you are moving in the right direction too. All that put together, and maybe being anxious about whether or not that is the case is preventing you from seeing the good things that are happening for you. And it could also be a wall separating you from those good things that are happening that you're not even aware of. Okay, so just the idea to the way the mindset you need is kind of to just be grateful for where you are, accepting where you are, and allowing things to happen, just being in the flow of things. More often you're going to do that, more things you will see. It's like Dave Mustaine, who is a previous guitarist of a very popular band called Metallica. He is somebody who was kicked out because he was a drunkard, and he was aggressive with the rest of the band. He ended up starting his own band and focused on the revenge of being better than Metallica. And the quote that he has is, "Don't be too focused on staring out of the windshield. Sometimes I wish I looked out the window." Saying he missed out on all of his experiences and was unable to feel fulfilled by them because he was so focused on singularly on a goal. He had tunnel vision, and it prevented him from being happy about it. And if you allow that to happen to you, you may not experience the good things wholly. Okay, so if that's something you do want, and you want the fulfillment of the experiences you're having, just be thankful that you're there and be open to it, to receiving. That's what I've got for you, Nicole. Uh, don't be so too afraid to have faith that you're on the right path. All right, court stuff. Yeah, I see that. Putting the power of an outcome in other people's hands is always scary. But if you have presented yourself the right way before this is happening and during this scenario that you're going through, you'll come out on top in the end. All right? Don't be too afraid of it.
Alrighty.
Hey, Joaquin.
Joaquin, Mr. Ortiz, hello, hello. All right, hot sun. Hello if I didn't say hi to you earlier. I think I did, but if I didn't, I did see you, but maybe I wanted to, but I don't know. I didn't, or maybe Daniel was talking and I saw you, something like that. I know I saw you, but hello. All right, let's see. I messaged Matt and he didn't respond. Oh, Mr. Ortiz, thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll be up after hot sun. All right, hot sun. I messaged Matt and he hasn't responded. I feel like he's expecting me to message him again. Is he going to respond? Let's see. Okay, so hold up. Read what you just said. Like I messaged Matt and he hasn't responded. Can you see my eyes blinking?
That's a,
That
that's a
means something in
previous,
itself.
yeah, that's a previous event,
I feel
right?
like he's expecting me to message him again. What makes you feel that way? If he didn't respond to you the first time, so you're thinking, maybe I should do it again because he wants to hear from me. He really wants to hear from me. That's why he answered me the first time. What do you mean? Oh God, I'm being a bit harsh. I am being harsh. I'm sorry. I'm an Aries. It just like, you know, that word vomit, whatever you call it, just come out. I'm sorry. But if he didn't answer you the first time, what makes you think that you feel like he want you to message him again just so he could ignore you again? Or like, I don't understand it. I'm gonna look for you, of course. I'm gonna look. But I don't understand your question, I guess. Is he going to respond? I get the energy of somebody who's in and out, hot and cold, on and off. It's just the energy is sporadic or something. And then this is a maybe to a no about if he's going to respond. I'm going to give this more of a no. A slow mover. No, I just, no, I'm going to give it a no. Your first card out right there is Ten of Swords, which this card is like, is done type thing. Like, it's just, I don't know if they feel like it's just like dead and done or what, but um, these are the cards coming out. So I'm going to give this, yeah, uh, a maybe to a no. All right, and a Daniel.
Mine's going to be kind of short. So, based on previous evidence, the answer will be no. And you shouldn't allow yourself to be putting yourself in that position in the first place. But I understand. You guys had a heavy conversation last time. And what I want to say to help you understand is when you have a heavy conversation, you have to allow it time for them to digest it. Okay? You have to allow that time. If you messaged him and he hasn't responded, well, then that's not enough time yet. Okay? So the next thing I want to say is what I think you should do. The easiest way to get someone's attention is to take away yours and see what happens. If it matters to him, he's going to give you his attention. If it doesn't matter to him, he's not going to. If he's still got things to work on, he's not going to feel like he can do that. Or maybe he doesn't care. And I hate to say that, but it can be true. The only way to really know is to wait and be patient. If you feel the need to message him again, and you want to put yourself in the position of him not responding and going through whatever that makes you feel, then you can do that. But if that's not what you want to do, and you would rather wait to get his attention again, because if he wants it, he's going to come after it at least once a week. That's what you should do: is take away your attention. Don't give someone your time and attention for free. It has to be reciprocated. That's what I've got for you, Hot Son. Don't put yourself in that position unnecessarily. It's just going to cause some suffering for you you don't need. Okay? If he's going to give you his attention because he wants to, he will. And if he doesn't, then you know your answer. Okay? Don't let this be, uh, don't let this discourage you. If you start seeing anything out of the contrary, like when he starts giving you his attention, don't use this as a way of getting back at him. That's not going to help issues. That's just passive aggression, and no one likes that. Instead, if this is important to you, then accept him when he comes back. Okay? Be warm and friendly. All right? That's what you should do, is don't take away your attention and be warm and friendly when he returns. All right? That's what I've got for you. I hope that helps you. You're not like that? Good. Good. Playing mind games is not okay. Especially, and with having it happen to you, it really sucks. I actually, I've had it happen to me, and I think a lot of us have here. We can all relate. Um, but we also have to give them grace because it's possible that they don't even know they're doing it. Okay, it is possible he doesn't even know. All right. He suffers from. I'm seeing that now. He suffers from depression. Yeah, that can. That when people suffer from depression, they will isolate themselves and not even realize the damage they're doing with the relationships they have. All right, and he's going through something big right now. So yeah, definitely give him some grace there. My advice remains the same, but definitely give him some grace and give yourself some grace. Okay. So I really hope that helps you.
Okay. All right. Joaquin, Mr. Ortiz, you are up next.
You'll have to excuse me. I'll be right back. I have to
Okay.
let the dogs in.
Okay. That's his path. And I hate to say it because I don't want you to feel like any of that is on you, hot son. That was their path, not yours, theirs. And so please don't feel responsible. I mean, just reading that, I gave a friend time and he took his own life. That's not on you. I hope you know that. I'm sure you know that, but I don't want you to feel bad because we do what we can, but they chose this life. This is their path, not yours, and they have to walk their path. We can try to help, but it's their path. So please I don't want you to ever feel like anything's on you. Everybody has free will, their own choice, you know? All right. So Joaquin, a general. All right. Well, how you been, Mr. Ortiz? Oh, good, hot sun. Hot sun. Good. Ah, thank you. Let's see. There's some type of new beginning showing up for you, Mr. Ortiz, because this is like some type of good luck that's coming in. It could even be travel, but it talks about good luck coming in right here. I mean, it can talk about somebody who's active, energetic. This can also be you getting this new level of focus, maybe some type of heightened imagination type thing. And I mean, it could be with this new beginning. It could be a new job, a new relationship. It could be somebody a bit younger than you, just a bit, or they just are very active and energetic, like I said. But this is telling you to take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Trust yourself. Talks about a new beginning. So very nice for you. All right. And Daniel.
Um, get after it. Uh, when it comes up, seize the opportunity when it's there. Okay, don't let it go past you because it will disappear. It's not like a cat that you leave outside. Okay, they'll always stick around. But when an opportunity comes knocking and you don't answer that door, they're gone. Okay, so get after it, man. Is surgery really right for you? Because if you visit a chiropractor, they can help. A good one, not a bad one. You want to go after the good ones, okay? Just like any other doctor. But a chiropractor can help with any sort of joint issues. So explore your options. Surgery should be a last resort, always. Should be your last resort. that can be irreversible.
You know, I don't know. I was talking and I forgot it was still muted, but um, Mr. Ortiz, you donated, so I want to give you another card or two. I'm sorry, I was just giving you the free general, but um, which shoulder? Which side? If you're struggling with your shoulder and you're scared to get surgery, we should have pulled cards on that one, not just a regular general, but let me see. You have two twos. The number two, let me show you. The number two is all about partnerships, harmony, balance. Here's the other two. But it's almost talks about commitment. And I'm wondering if that's you committed to getting surgery or what this, or if this is a perfect match coming in for you. But you're right. The reason I asked is my left shoulder has been bugging the heck out of me. I don't know what it is. I'm just assuming arthritis. I don't know. When you get to a certain age, everything is the itises, right? It's the itis. I don't know. It's been bugging the heck out of me, my left shoulder. But that's what I was asking. But so yours is torn. Aw, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But that, I mean, that's just pain is, man, why do we have to feel it?
Makes me want to know what it is that's torn in your shoulder. Is it the rotary cuff? Is it a tendon, a ligament? You know, because any one of those, depending on how severe it is, could require surgery or at least physical therapy. Yeah, okay, that would do it. Okay,
Huh. Oh, man. Hmm.
rotator cuff. Yeah, okay. Um, Now, I'm not entirely certain on that. The only other time I've ever heard anyone do anything to the rotator cuff, they did have to go get surgery. So maybe this is what you need to do. But if you are scared of it and you want to explore other options, physical therapy is a good one. It's a good avenue to explore. You can try that, see how it helps you. Um, if if you'd rather just get it over and done with, no surgeon until August. Well, that's
Comes out with the stress and anxiety over it, and all this stuff it does come showing, like the stress and anxiety showing, but that stress and anxiety is messing you up. Is showing. But you also got this card over here too, which is almost like, are you missing the point? Are you distracted? Maybe there's something else you're not seeing. So like Daniel said, possibly, I'm sure maybe you've tried all this stuff, because you're talking about surgery. Usually surgery, like says last result, last resort. So maybe you've already tried this stuff. But if you haven't, maybe like what Daniel is saying, try that first and just to see. You never know. I mean, you never know. It could help. But I feel like there's something maybe possibly that you're missing, or something here. You had a Chinese dude climb on. That's my cousin. Was it my cousin? He climbed on it. Uh-huh. And Sarah, thank you for being here. Thank you. Good night, Sarah. Keely, hello. All right, Erica, you are up next. Erica with a donation. And I'm sorry, Mr. Ortiz, about the shoulder. Is Justin clear on how I feel about him? All right. Is Justin clear on how I feel about him? Okay, there's two different things that come out. The first, excuse my voice. The first is it's almost like somebody being happy that you've ended something. And I don't know, it could be something like that because it's shown like the end of a situation that usually brings relief, sometimes sadness, sometimes both. Shows like new happiness, like there's opportunity for new happiness now. So, but the first card out is almost like celebrating that something has ended, almost in a way, the way I'm looking at this. So somebody happy that maybe you've ended something and they're happy about that, and now they can look to the future and possibly plan something and type thing. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to give you to your question is just and clear and how I feel. I'm going to give you a yes. Giving you a yes on this one. And then let me show you one at a time. Since they have like two sides to them. Well, actually, one at a time is just irritating. Two at a time. There's some Libra energy coming out now, too. And Cancer. I think this could be hope that you're healing up from something. I don't know if it's one of those things where they're hoping that you're healed up from something or hoping you're healing up from something. Or maybe they're healing up from something. This could be something ended and hopefully you're healed up from it or hopefully you're healing from it type thing. I think that's what it seems to be to me. Gosh, excuse my voice. The summertime coming, my voice is funny again. And this is like talks about better times, improvements, things are looking up. So it's one of those things that anyways. Oh yes. All right, and Daniel.
As long as you have properly communicated how you feel, and not just left any hints or not even talked at all, because those aren't proper communication. Let's be honest. But so long as you have communicated with him and properly, then yes, he should understand. And anything that he's doing contrary to that, to showing you that he understands, either he doesn't know how to, or he is just ignoring that fact entirely. And that's the second one is the one you want to be wary about. So you're going to have to give him some grace here, and give yourself some grace too, because um, it's easy to fall into the trap of, oh, they don't understand, and they're not listening, and it could be the opposite. They just don't know how to express it. Um, so yeah, it's one of those things. You have to give it time, and you have to be patient. Give yourself and them some grace. But this proper communication and consistent communication is important. Okay, so if any of that is missing, that's something that needs to be worked on first. And that's what I've got for you, Erica. I hope that helps you. And uh, thank you for coming. My dad's over here being goofy.
And I agree with you on that, Mr. Ortiz, if you're still here about it being humbling. Like when something, as we get older too, because it's like, okay, I guess, can't doing as much as we used to do or whatever it is. So I agree with that. All right, Flo, you are up next. You are welcome, Erica. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys don't forget to check out Daniel's other channel, which is Surveying BTS. He's a land surveyor and he has different videos up on his channel to show you what he does. If you're interested, go check him out. And then Linksy, her other channel is A's Tarot Readings. For a lot of you do know that she's a tarot reader, but for those of you that don't know, she's a great tarot reader. I would go check her out if I were you. You guys will like her. She's a lot of fun. All right, check her out. All right, Flo. DK realized that I think she's into me as well. I told her I think she is, but either I wasn't explicit enough or she wasn't ready to talk about it. Okay. Okay. You didn't push it. You didn't insist. All right, let's see. Did Kay realize that I think she's into me as well? Yeah, because if somebody's not, to me, they'll make clear, no, 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 no. But if they are, they might, okay, you say it about, I think you're into me. They don't say much, and to me, they probably are, type thing. But let's see. Did Kay realize, though, that I think she is into me as well? Yes. And by the way, y'all might be like a very nice connection. This could be like soulmate type thing. Connection, like divine connection type thing. And this could be like marriage. This talks about abundance, prosperity, marriage, pregnancy, all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna give you a yes on this one. And Daniel.
Attraction happens naturally, and trying to force something will lead to the opposite outcome. Okay, you don't want to try and force this. Um, and if they feel like you are, if she feels like you are, she's going to go the opposite direction. You have to let it go and flow naturally. And like I said, attraction is going to happen. You can't control it. You cannot control it. It's just going to happen. Okay. And knowing all this, any sort of effort towards worrying about it is effort that is needlessly expended. Instead of worrying about it, trying to convince someone through words, you should be showing them through actions you are interested. And if they reciprocate, then you continue to. If they don't, that's when you stop. The fine line between actions and words should not be crossed because then you're forcing it. Okay, and that's not what you need to do. If the outcome is you want this person to be involved with you romantically in a relationship, then you can't do it. It's going to it's in a way a red flag. Okay, and even if you aren't someone who is controlling, it can come across as controlling. So just have the confidence and the faith that it's just going to happen naturally, and there's nothing that you need to prove. Okay, you don't have to prove a damn thing. You're valuable enough. So that's what I've got for you. Um, Try not to get into your head about it. That is a hard thing to do, but if you can prevent that from happening, things are going to work out so much more smoothly for you. Um, the best thing to do is be present and in the moment and just focus on having fun. If you're going to, what's the point of being with someone if you're not having fun with them? Right? That's true for them too. So if it starts not being fun anymore, they're going to start looking elsewhere. Just focus on having fun and you'll do okay. All right? That's what I got for you. What else? Well, yeah, I don't feel it's forced at all. I just get in my head a lot about it. Yeah, yeah. I kind of touched on that. Just focus on being present and having fun. It really is as simple as that. It's just everything, all the other fluff kind of makes it more complicated. Okay.
All right, Natty Nat. Thank you, Natty Nat. And you are up next, Natty Nat. Yeah, if you guys don't mind giving us a like, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you, Shania. And thank you, Linksy. Thank you, you guys. If you don't mind giving us a like and subscribing, if you haven't, to my channel, to Daniel's channel, I have his link right in the description box. So, go check him out, you guys. All right. Natty Nat. You're welcome, Flo. Thank you. Thank you. I want to know if I will get the influencer partnership marketing manager job for Aroma 360. I need somebody to bump up the chat or something because it's okay. There you go. Thank you. Where I used to work in a different position. Okay. All right. So I'll get the influencer partnership marketing manager job. Oh, goodness. The way they fell, others fell, but these two fell to the side. And so I'm going to take these two that fell to the side with the one that's over to, let's see. I mean, you're going to get something. Let me just hold it up a sec, because I'm getting two different things and I'm not sure which one it is. So I think this is, I think it's kind of coming out as a bit of a no. But let me explain. I don't think it's like a no, but I think there's something better for you. I don't know if you're going to like make some wise changes, or if you're going to be like, you know what, actually, what I want to do is this. Like there's something that's always been on your mind, or something you've always wanted to do, or something like that. I feel like almost like there's something better for you to do than that. So that's why I'm leaning toward a no, because I almost feel like you're going to move on to something else, something that you always wanted to do. If that, let me make sure with your question. Well, I get the influencer partnership marketing job. So maybe if this is something you've always wanted to do, then maybe you're going to get it. If this is not something you've always wanted to do, then I think this is saying, in a way, to work towards the stuff that, like the things that you've always wanted to do, because it's something to do with that is coming through the cards. I don't know if it's something you've always wanted to do since you were little type thing, but I feel like it's something better for you to do. So it is something you like. Is it something you've always wanted to do though? Because I get like this feeling of going back to almost childhood, of something you've always wanted to do, or something you've always wished about doing. If this is it, then yes. If this is not it, then no. So there you go. All right. And Daniel.
My first bit of advice is to release the attachment to the outcome. Okay. Because in the end, we will find ourselves where we need to be. Life tends to do that for us. And one of the ways that it does is shows that it shows up as the things that we like to do and the things that we're interested in. Okay. That's a good indication as to where you want to find yourself. It always is. Now, I'm not saying that you aren't meant to be in the partnership position that you're asking for. Um, but what I am saying is you don't have to be at the top to be fulfilled, to be wealthy. Okay, you don't have to be at the top. Not to say that that's not what you want or where you deserve to be. but it's not necessarily what you need. And circling back to that point that I said earlier, you are going to find yourself where you need to be. And if it is somewhere that happens to be a part of where you want to be, then you will find fulfillment in it. But you have to allow yourself to do that. Okay. And being attached to a certain outcome will prevent that from happening. So that's what I've got for you. In my mind, I think you deserve the best possible thing for you. And that's true for all of us. But I definitely speaking towards you in this case, you deserve the best possible outcome for you. And I definitely hope you get it. Okay. If it ends up being this partnership, well, then congratulations. Because if it's meant for you, then it's already yours. And you don't have to worry about it. All right. And I hope that helps.
All right. Keely. All right, Keely, you are up next. I know my late white legs are showing. Not trying to show my white legs. Might scare somebody. Let's see. All right, Keely. I like that. Dan the man can ramble about whatever vibe the cards give him. All right, Miss Keely. I just really like your energy lately, Miss Keely. It's been so nice. It really has been. It's just like I don't know, just very fun feeling. So I mean, you were always fun feeling. You always felt fun, your energy, but it's more of a peaceful fun now than argumentative fun. You know what I mean? So very nice, Keely. How you doing, Sophie Abba? Well, I feel like a little bit. I smile a little bit because I just get a little bit of the old feeling energy coming back just a little bit. What is that about? Is that maybe I'm off? What I feel like a little bit of that old energy creeping up every once in a while. I don't know what that's about. If it is it if that's what it is, or if it's more about I don't know if it's you're over analyzing something, if it's indecision, or if the negative little parts over there are creeping in a little bit. I don't know, but something. I feel like, does this make sense to you, Keely? The card is not the meaning necessarily of the card, is what I feel looking at the card. um, good, good. Nice to hear. Nice to hear about that. Well, you changing your life. You should be proud of yourself, really. Ah, thank you, Sophie Abba. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? There's something I feel like I said, mention about your energy changing, but every once in a while, is it the should maybe girl, take it lightly, but it's like a little bit of that old Keely be popping in every now and then. I don't know what it is. It's like wanting to attack or something. That old, like, I don't know what that is about, but uh it could just be that. I mean, sometimes that happens, right? I mean, but this is saying pretty much staying focused, setting goals, working towards your stuff, plan for success, all that kind of stuff. And this talks about a king too, who could be successful or who will be successful. Somebody who's accomplished, somebody who's grounded, responsible, someone who embraces challenges. Maybe a little stubborn once, but hey, we can all be a little stubborn sometimes, right? But and then with the other card here, right here. But with it could these cards could also be about like seeing things through. This one like to the end, and it could talk about like hard work paying off. So this could be with you. like hard work paying off, with your life. So very nice. Very nice. Yeah. I know what you mean with that too. Me too, huh? With stuff. It's like, oh, let me be quiet for a minute. I know what you mean. Wait, Miss Keeley, I'm just all of a sudden, what sign are you again? And then I'm gonna give it to Daniel. Sir Daniel.
So there's two sides to what I'm about to say, and that's we'll go over both of them. Um, you can't run from your past. You can only deal with the consequences that come after it. Okay. Part of that is the things that you manifest take time, right? And it's always dependent on the behavior that that you've had in the past. Okay. Um, so what you're doing now will manifest things later, but what you manifested in the past is going to come to you now. If you understand where I'm going with it. Okay. So there will be consequences to every action, good or bad, and you'll have to deal with them later. So if you allow yourself to get back into those old ways, then you will continue the cycle. But if you don't, which you aren't, then they won't. They'll become they will become better. All right. Um, as far as keeping your mouth shut, I do have to do the same thing sometimes, and it is always going to be better than the results I've had in the past when I don't keep my mouth shut, because it is a different way of dealing with the same issue, right? It is a different way. It may not be the best way, but it is a different one that leads to a better outcome. So you're already manifesting better things for yourself by dealing with the things and consequences that you manifested in the past. All right. That being said, I'm basically saying, good job. You're doing better for yourself, just like you wanted. And it's going to manifest to better things. All right. I hope that I hope that helps, Keely. And thank you for being here.
All right, Moonlight, you are up next. Keely, whatever you're doing is working. It's working, and you are doing great. So good for you. Good for you. I really, because it takes a lot, for us to change, and for us to work on ourselves, or for us to look within, or whatever it is. It takes a lot. And your whole energy has been so different. So it's really, really nice. Really nice.
It's also very frustrating because we don't want to think of ourselves as the bad guy. We never do.
Right. Yeah.
But sometimes we have to realize that we have been or that we are. This isn't where we need to be. What is it that I need to change? And that's frustrating. And it's a lot of work.
It is. I mean, I think that if people can do that, it's like you can do anything. I mean, we can all do anything we want, right? But if you can get yourself to see that and make a change, like just like you did, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just you could do anything, Keely. You can do anything because it's like you change who you were. If you could change who you is, you know what else you could do and change? You could change a lot in the world. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm not saying you change who you were completely, but you know what I mean. When we change up and look at ourselves, or it's a lot of work and just good for you. Shoot. You should be proud. You should be. I'm proud of
Pat
you. And I
yourself on the
haven't known
back.
you as long as you've known you. You know what I'm saying? You should be proud. I'm sorry, Daniel.
No, I was just saying, pat yourself on the back.
I don't know if you feel it, Daniel, but like her energy is totally different than what it used to be. When she'd come in, like I don't even have to see the chat. I felt the change of energy. I'm like, is Keely here? Keely, I'm just saying, I felt you, girl. And now I don't feel when you come in. I can't tell. Isn't that weird that that energy that's more like energy you could feel more than the calmness? Why is it that we don't feel the calmness more than we feel the energy? I don't get it. I wonder what it is. Why, Daniel?
It's like a different frequency, you know.
Mhm.
Calmness doesn't bring that alert state towards you. It's the other things that do. The things like the frustration, or the things like, you know, the celebrating type of energy, that peppiness. You know, that's more engaging. So you feel more alert to it. The calmness and the peace. It's very well. It's calm. So you're not necessarily picking up on that all the time. Um, you know, not
That is
unless
true.
you're in
That
a tough
the
situation,
alerting.
or yeah, like if you're in a precarious situation that's, you know, got your adrenaline pumping, but there's someone there that makes you feel calm. That's when you notice it, right? That's the person you feel safe around. That's the person you want to be around while the shit's going down. Is the calm one.
Yeah. It's funny because I've never been there. Like real, I can be. It's funny if there is something serious going on. I'd be calm, but the little things, I might get more like heated over. Isn't that weird? But if it's a big, like before, when I was renting an apartment before, right? It flooded. Like I was just chilling, all of a sudden my apartment started flooding and shit. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Water coming through everywhere. I'm like, what is going on? But I actually stayed calm and relaxed and this and that. But if it was something stupid and little, I'll probably just pop off. It's so weird. I don't know how are you like that or no?
You never really know how you're going to react to something until it happens. The person who first told me that was a teacher of mine in high school. I believe it was high school. No,
Gandhi?
yeah, it was high school. Okay, Gandhi. No, but she was great. She was like a conservative uh, uh, black woman, uh, well put together, always presented herself well to the class, and she was always engaging to be around, and she was very nice. Or actually, I should say she was kind. She wasn't the type of person you could walk on and get away with it. But yeah, she was a great teacher. I wish I remembered her name because her and I didn't really have too much of a bond. Um, but she
Miss
told me,
Johnson.
could have been.
Oh, make
She
it
told
be.
me that she was actually involved in a robbery one time with her daughter, and the whole time she was laughing, like chuckling and giggling to herself. You don't really know how you're going to react until it happens,
Oh, I
and
understand.
you could react in any way.
Did she ever
That,
understand why she was I mean, that must be how she handles, that type of situation, I guess. But I wonder why. I wonder if she
so,
ever got
well,
to the root
yeah.
cause of why she would giggle during that situation.
I mean,
Hmm.
some people giggle when they're in tough situations, having tough conversations. Some
Yeah.
people get very serious.
Yep.
Some people get angry. Some people stay calm. Some people want to run away. Some people want to fight. And I mean, fight. You know, like, you really don't know. You really don't. Um,
Yep.
the fight response is so much more of a spectrum. It's not just the one. And you re-
What is your
and
response,
when you're getting
by the
chased down
way?
by a bear, for what?
My response is the fight. It doesn't matter what it is. I could be having the best time, and like I said, like before, somebody come up, slap me on my ass, I don't know, and then boom, boom, I want to come on, type thing. That's my
Yeah,
immediate response is fight. What is yours?
it really depends. If
No, usually stop with this. It really depends. I know it depends, but usually,
like if someone's confronting me and they're being an asshole, for lack of a better word, then usually my response is to speak in short sentences and ask questions
Not like
and
that.
remain silent.
Like if somebody came up and say they hit you in the back of your head, what would
That's
you do?
different. If
That's
someone,
what.
okay, if someone had the intention to harm me, my typical response is assess the situation. If I have to fight him, I have to fight him. I will stand my ground. And I've done it time and time again. That's how I know. Um, there actually is a story of me walking down the back roads one night with a friend. It was very dark, and we were talking about panthers because we were hearing weird sounds. And panthers exist abundantly here in Florida. It's our state animal, right?
Panther?
And, or is it cougars? Either way,
Is it?
uh, I think it's panthers.
Your
And
state
we were
animal's
walking
a,
down
is
the
a
road, and all of a sudden,
your state animal's a cat
it's a panther. Yep,
for Florida? Oh,
yep.
okay. I didn't know. Sorry,
But yeah,
I would assume it'd be like a bird or something. I don't know.
no, we have a state bird too. We have a state bird.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
the
does, but
mockingbird. So we were walking down the street. You know, it's really dark out. You can't see anything for a good while, and all of a sudden, while we were talking about panthers, this creature is walking towards me, and it's really dark, so I couldn't really tell what it was. And my immediate response was get into a fight position, right? And this animal turned out to be a dog because it freaked out and then ran around me and took off down the road. Gone. It's a funny story because he was walking, all of a sudden he looked over and I wasn't there. But that's when I found out my usual first response in those types of situations is fight. I
me
don't
too.
run.
Yeah, yeah, me too. And I think of course, Aries thing is we're fiery, so probably most Aries, that's probably the same. I'm assuming, most of
Yeah.
us.
Well,
Maybe not all of us, but
there,
most of us.
there's other things too, though. Like if you're trained to be a fighter or a warrior of some kind,
Mhm.
your typical first response would be a part of your training, fight, like
Yeah,
usually. But some people who are trained to be soldiers, they do break down in the middle of a combat situation, and the only thing they can do is cry. It's not that they're
yeah,
cowards; it's just their minds snap, and they
yeah.
have to live with that if they survive. It's called PTSD, and or survivor's guilt is another one. So you really don't know until it happens.
All right. Moonlight. Oh, I see. You said wait. We didn't do Moonlight. We just did Miss Keeley, right? Did we? Did I do? No. Moonlight. You said general and advice. Let's make sure that you're still here, Moonlight. If you can just say something in the chat, because I don't want to do the reading if you're not here. I'm sorry, Daniel. I thought it would only be a few people that wanted reading, and then we'd be able to talk. Do the talking in the chat. I feel bad in a way because
Um,
we're supposed to be
we haven't,
talking about stuff.
yeah, we haven't found the right balance for this yet
Yeah,
either. Last time not a lot of people viewed it. I did see that. I checked on that later.
yeah,
Not as many people that normally view these on Fridays or Saturdays. Um,
right.
it was less, but I think it's because it was such a sharp, contrast to the
Yeah,
norm. Um,
yeah.
so we just haven't really found the balance yet. That's all.
And I know, and people said, well, you're a tarot channel, so offer the tarot, which I agree. And I did. I was offering, but it wasn't yes, no, or general, which is one card and advice on something. And people didn't want that. So, so yeah. So as long as we're offering tarot along with the talk, and we could still, you could talk in between if you want. If you want to say anything about anything, just in between, that's fine too. These are all free readings, so people, if they want it right now, they can donate if they want. But so if you want to talk in between
Yeah.
the reading, that's totally fine with me. But let me go ahead and do Moonlight. You are here, so I feel like it's new love coming in for you, Moonlight. I don't know if you're looking for it or not, but that's what it could be. And if it's not new love, it could just be good news about a relationship with this card. You have the happiest card in the deck coming out. Happiness, joy, success, security. Security. This could be, like I said, new love in the air. Or just happiness and joy and good news about a relationship. And I'm going to go ahead and give you to Daniel.
What I had to say is kind of short too. Just accept it when it comes. Be present in the moment. Let it flow. Really, all you have to do. Um, Happiness is an easy thing to have. It's a hard and uh, it's hard to get, but it's easy to lose. Is what I'm saying. It's hard to get, easy to lose. So once you have it, enjoy it. Okay. It there's nothing better than having good memories and making good memories. It really isn't. The people who have the most regrets in life are the ones who feel like they missed out, or the ones who feel like they don't have enough good memories. That's the truth. So enjoy it while it's here, and don't question whether you deserve it or not. Okay, that's what I've got for you. A little short and sweet. So I hope that helps you, and thank you for coming.
Sir Daniel, I forgot to tell you just today, I ordered a new deck of cards for you, basically. I mean, it's going to be for everybody, but I had you in mind when I ordered them because you're the one who gets, those readings the most. So I'm like, I hope you like it because it wasn't on sale. But anyways, I hope you like it.
Is
And you
this
guys know
supposed to be a
I usually
surprise?
don't buy cards unless they're on sale or anything, but it was the price was okay though. I'm not going to buy some outright. I don't buy real expensive. I think it's ridiculous. So it was a good price, but I got it for you.
Is this supposed to be a surprise that you showcase later, or
Well, I just
what is?
ordered it, so hopefully it'll come in the next couple days,
Okay,
so that I can use it here for you.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. You are welcome, Moonlight. Thank you for being here with us. All right, sweetest girl. You're up. And Lexi, can we go ahead and close that free list? If you don't mind, when you get a chance to close the free list. Um, we could have done it. Maybe what we could do is like the first, next time, we could say like the first 10 free or the first 15 free readings. After that, we open it up for discussions or something like that.
And donations.
Yeah, or something like that. Okay.
That sounds good.
Alrighty. A general and advice. Alrighty. Sweetest girl. This could be a court situation, a third party situation. I think it is. I think it's a third party situation, and I don't know if you're going to court or if you're or not, but everything evens out in the end. Just everything evens out in the end. I mean, this could be heartbreak. This can be deception. It could have been a love triangle. It could have been just a third person involved that had a lot to say. Running their mouth type thing. I mean, it can be you healing up from something that has happened, and it does talk about perseverance. If there's anything going on in the court system, as long as you're being fair and reasonable, things would go in your favor, is what it says. And if there's not anything in the court system, well, just I think it could be talking about you being fair, being reasonable. Make sure you're being fair about things and reasonable, and also be cautious and thorough before you sign anything. And Sir Daniel, I gave you a 3.
So judgment from others is going to happen no matter what. So you might as well act in the way that best reflects who you are. Um, a lot of that comes from acceptance of who you are and not wearing a
Did you
mask.
did you say
Sorry,
judgment?
is that what that is?
Justice.
Justice?
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah.
I thought you said judgment, so I just want to make sure. And she said which card? So you got justice, 3 of cups, 3 of swords. All right.
Well, justice and judgment, they go hand in hand because you know, you can't administer justice without some sort of judgment involved. Um, so as long as you present yourself as a proper reflection of who you are, you're going to find yourself on top, and the justice will be yours, essentially. Okay, um, that that's pretty much what I've got. Just make sure that you are showing up as the real you, as the authentic you. Okay, be authentic to yourself, and people appreciate that more than any sort of uh, what's the word? Brown nosing is the best way to put it for now. Um, or any sort of uh, you know begging. Begging is another one. Pleading. That's not being authentic to who you really are, and that, like I said, doesn't give you the respect you deserve. Okay, so be authentic in all aspects. And that's what I got for you there, sweetest.
All right. Ashley, you are up next, Ashley. Thank you, Linksy. Thank you, Shania. Thank you, Sir Daniel. All right. Do people look at me because they think I'm weird? Annoying, strange, like, why are you acting? Okay, and advice. Okay, let's see. Because they think you're weird. I don't really think so, Ashley. You're probably cute, and so people look at you. But let's see. Do people
Yeah,
look at me
that,
because they think I'm weird? No. So your answer is a no to the no, it's not because they think you're weird. Maybe, are you different? I don't know. Are you different than the usual? If you are, that could be why they look too. And and a lot of people could be looking in admiration. It's not only looking at it as in a, oh, it could be looking at you as an, oh, I like it. It could be people admiring you. It's not, I don't want you to immediately go to the negative. Like, is it because I'm weird? Is it because I'm this? They think I'm weird. Maybe they think you're cute. Maybe they like your style, type thing. But you have a card here of people recognizing you, and usually it's for your talent or your work. So I don't know. People recognize you. So I don't know. But it is showing, like you said, you getting that, but not because they think you're weird. No. Here's the first 2, and then the other 2, and I might give it to Daniel.
so I don't know if you've ever heard this song, but it's a classic, and it's true. What it says: people are strange. Okay, especially when you're a stranger. Um, but the thing is people who are attractive, especially if they are secure and confident and authentic with themselves, they are the ones who get the most attention. People who are attractive get treated better and stared at more. It's honest truth. It is proven through scientific theory that that's the case. And people who are secure and confident tend to treat others better. And those are the people that people want to be around. Okay? It's not because you're weird. We're all weird. All of us. All of us are weird, and not every one of us is willing to admit it. So it's not because of that. There are other reasons.
I
Don't
want to
take it
admit
as a
it.
bad thing. Sorry, Joe.
I'm sorry. I said I would admit it. Yep.
Hey, that makes two of us because I'll admit it too. I can be a weirdo sometimes. I'm interested in weird things too. You know, uh, not everyone does. The one likes to learn about things like I do. I tend to go down the rabbit hole. You know, not everyone does that. And some people think it's weird. So don't beat yourself up like that, Ashley. That's what I got for you.
I mean, who wants to be like the boring and not ever get a look? You know what I mean? How boring. So it's nice to be different. You know, you don't want to be like everybody else type thing. Those people that to me that are boring. It feel like those are the like robots or something. You know?
If everyone was the same, no one would matter.
Yeah, this is true. Huh?
And that is
All
the
right.
truth.
So Linksy and Shania, you guys, I can take you guys, and then um, Linksy she says I'm weird. Good. I think weird is good. Like I said, who wants to be the same old boring like everybody else? That's just boring.
Weird is interesting.
Yes. Oh, I guess Linksy, Shania, and Daniel. Well, you can have yours now with them or at later, whatever you want to do. But Linksy and Shania, because we're gonna. If Daniel, I don't know how tired you are or how you feel, but if you want to talk about, the subject about loving, accepting, it's still open for that. If that's up to you, but
Okay.
just waiting for one of the girls to post. Oh Lord, here she goes. My cat just woke up. Okay, so you guys aren't posting unless, or I'm not seeing it. All right, so Lindsay's not posting, Shania's not posting. That means they don't want their reading. How about you, Daniel? Would you like yours now or after, or you want
Uh,
anything at all?
yeah, I guess I'll take it now.
All right,
I would like messages from your person.
all right.
Usual order. And do you think I could also get flips from the book?
Yes.
All
All right.
right.
So messages from your person. You want that first, or you want flips in the book first?
I'll take the message first, please.
All right. Messages. Shania coming through said, "I'll be last, homies." You done missed your turn, Shania. And then I was calling for you guys and waiting. Y'all not answering me. So I said, then you guys must not want your reading. I don't know. But anyways, let me go ahead and get this for you then. Let's see. S. Hello, S. Hello, hello. All right. The first one is I wish I could share my good news with you. Just share it. Just share it then. My life is not as together as it seems. No one said it seemed together. I'm supposed to keep that in my head. Let's see. This one wants to flip over. I want you back. I want you back. I have too much to I don't get this card. I have too much to lose. That always comes that's when I keep saying I'm gonna like throw away. But being that it comes out a lot, it must have some type of meaning. I need to keep it in there, you know?
Yeah.
Integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? Well, and then there goes Linksy. Y'all missing your turns, and I don't know what's going on with people's. Let me see. Or, excuse me, a tarot card. We're going to get to the talking. Let's see. There's the in and out, on and off, hot and cold type energy. Just show passion. Like somebody, it could be them still feeling like passion, you know, but it's sketchy energy or something, like in and out, you know, hot and cold. One day they do, one day they don't. That type of energy coming through. And somebody who's indecisive or not able to make a choice or type thing. So when it says like I want you back, but then it says, you know, oh, but I have too much to lose. Well, which one is it? You know, type thing. That's the same with the tarot coming out. Is someone who's just, in my opinion, seems to be confused. And let me go ahead and go to the Book of Answers. Unless they feel like you were the one who didn't make a choice or needed to make a choice or need to decide something. So maybe they feel like you were the flighty one. I don't know. Like there's a flighty energy that's just that, like, it's, I don't know. You would know if it's you or them. Hopefully you would know. Let me see. Let me grab the Book of Answers. Are you caught up live, Linksy? I think you are because you were doing the list and that was caught up live earlier. So make sure you guys are caught up live. Gentle persistence will pay off. Gentle persistence will pay off. Take a chance. All right. Take a chance. Sir Daniel. Take a chance. Let's see. Is it important to you? Is it important to you? In fact, you know, I'm just asking about it for my health. Well, health is important. But let me see. One more. This is a good time to make a new plan. All right. Make a new plan. All right. And do we want to talk or do we want to do Linksy and Shania? I mean, they didn't answer when I called for them. Now they answering.
That's up to you, Joe.
Linksy and Shania. So I'm gonna go a little quicker on you guys, because I already called and you guys didn't answer. So I said, I guess you guys don't want one. I assumed. I don't know. I don't know what the holdup is or what, but let's go ahead and get your readings done, you guys. I'm gonna do it quicker because I'm irritated because I waited. It's just the truth. All right. All right. All right, ladies. What you want? So Daniel, I'm done. I'm done waiting. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting again. Daniel, I'm done.
I don't know why it's taking so long, but
You don't see it either, right?
no, I don't.
I'm done. Go ahead and talk.
um, well, the topic of the night is about loving and accepting yourself. Um, and we're going to go pretty in depth into it because Morgan kind of chose the topic, and um, I did watch what she wanted me to watch. Um, and I started doing my own little research and asked, a credible person that I know of who has a master's in psychology some questions and got some interesting answers. Um, so that's kind of what we're talking about tonight.
So you
Uh,
actually talked to them, and so you did some research, huh?
yeah, a little bit of research of my own, and you know, uh, there's someone like I said, they have a master's degree in psychology, so to me they're credible, and they've been practicing it with their jobs as well.
Same with my son. So I get to get his opinion all the time on stuff.
Yeah,
Not on my stuff because we can't. That's not he's my son. We can't do. But I get to get his opinion. I'll ask him questions. And same with him. He's getting his master's in psychology, and he's doing an internship right now. He has clients he works with. So same here. Very
wow,
nice. And
okay.
really quickly, I'm sorry, but Linksy and Shania, I don't know if you guys are behind the live stream or what's going on, but I've done waited twice for you guys, and I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to get to the podcast type the talk. But I can still get you girls after we talk if you want to. But I've already waited twice, and I don't know what's going on. I didn't know if something's going on or like wrong, but I can still get you girls after if you want. Okay, and okay, and Daniel.
The, so the practice that she's done, she used her psychology background and when she worked for DCF, which is the Department of Children and Families here in Florida. Um, she used that as a good basis to come off of a good foundation for the decisions that she had to make when it came down to the situations and the cases that she got. Um, Later on, she became a uh, what you call it, a correctional officer. Someone who worked in a prison. So she was around the riffraff basically of the world. The murderers, the rapists, the drug dealers, gangsters, and all of that. And then she moved on to where she's now giving out Social Security disability um, towards people. So she gets cases in where she has to prove someone is disabled, and she has to work with those people to get them what that sort of status that they need to the government, and work through all the requirements. And her background works for that too. So she's been practicing it, and just in a different way than your son has. So to me, she seems credible. Um, so yeah, the the video that Morgan asked me to watch. It was, if you haven't seen it yet, but what was it called again? This has gone too far.
Yeah, I believe so. But I was just looking at the chat really quickly, and she's saying they think I can't see what they're saying. So they have to both be behind the live, or they're messing with me. I don't know if y'all messing with me, girls, or if you just that behind the live stream. I don't know, but I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them or anything, or I can't see it. I can see what you guys are showing and saying.
Okay.
Anyways, all right.
Um, if you haven't watched it, it's on her main channel, Morgan the Void. And I think it is does say that it's called This Has Gone Too Far.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it touches on a sensitive topic that people are being very vocal about lately. And um, it's something I'm hesitant to really bring up here because it is so sensitive. And that's why really want to focus on the loving and accepting of yourself aspect of this conversation, because that is the main root of the issue. Um, so if you really want to know, like deep down where this topic is based off of, go watch that video for yourself, please. It is important for us to talk about because it's kind of stealing our livelihoods, and it's really harming the fundamental aspects of our society. And we are in a culture and spiritual war, and it's a big deal. It affects us greatly. If you don't think it does, it does. Um, so when I talked to this person who has that psychology degree, I had I started off with three questions, and I wanted to hit it hard, um, nip it right in the butt. I did not want to beat around the bush here. These three questions. The first question was, do you believe we have a war on women today? Like femininity and womanhood. And then the second question was, do you believe we have a war on men or masculinity? Proper positive masculinity. And then the third question I asked was, do you believe we have a war against children and parenthood? And her answer to all three were yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening everywhere. We have a war against the fundamentals of what life is. It's like arguing with men. And a lot of it is coming from people who do not accept who they are. They are insecure and have healing to do. Okay? It, the conversation that we should be having, but we aren't, is what it means to accept yourself as you are now and move on from there. And that will solve a lot of what we see. It really would. But it starts with us, it starts with the individual. And then when we can take care of ourselves and know who we are without having someone else tell us something about who we are, and we feel confident in moving into the world, we can spread that influence and other people will follow. It starts with the individual, it moves to the community, and then it moves to the region, and then it moves to the state, and then it moves to the country, and then it moves to the world. That's how influence works, but it has to be good. It has to be good. Okay? It has to come from the truth of things. And that starts with acceptance. We live in an age where we start to see more of the world than we ever did. It has never changed to be the like everything bad that we see has always been there. We're just seeing more of it. And that's the truth. Look at the access we have to the world in the palm of our hand, right? It distracts us from what's in front of us, how we can influence the world in front of us. And then we start arguing and coming up with our own problems, like literally coming up with problems. It becomes an issue. So that's basically where this leads to. What are your thoughts on all that, Joe? I know I kind of just rambled on.
No, no, no. I want you to ramble on, but the last part of it, I honestly didn't catch because I was posting. I don't know if you see me looking down. I was posting in the chat,
Uh-huh.
so I caught the first part of it, but that last part I didn't catch. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You pretty much got the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with this with people like with. I think sometimes things getting out of hand, or I don't know if is it more and more people just not loving themselves, not accepting themselves, or is it just more and more on the news now about it in mental health? You know, it's probably always been. Of course, it could be getting worse because of social media and all this stuff. Everybody on the damn apps and I mean, I just cannot believe how little girls think they grow now just because they watch some videos. You know what I mean? And then they walk around and acting thinking they're grown because they watch some videos. It's like, okay, but you didn't experience life. But anyways, I don't know. That's a whole nother subject.
I mean, it kind of is related, though. You
Yeah, in
know,
a way.
it
I
is.
don't know. It's like they see how other people are and think they should be that way, or they're not loving who they really are, not accepting who they really are because they're seeing how everybody. Oh, Sarah's this way, and Sarah's popular. She has all these followers. I better act more like Sarah in order to be accepted or in order to be loved, whatever it is. That's not. That's just not true. That's just everybody. And you know how many people think that way? Everybody's has effed up thinking. It's just it's too bad that it's that way, that it's become like I say, it seems to be becoming worse, or it's just, I don't know, said talked about more now. I don't know which one it is, if it's always been that way in a way, or if it's just getting worse. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, no, I'm kind of following with you there. It's like that we are, and it was what I said there at the end as well. Like we are exposed to it more, and I don't know if that's desensitizing us or if it's influencing us in a negative way. Like you explained how everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon with the popular kid because they're the popular kid, you know, and if you're not secure with who you are, that you do want to do that.
And, a lot of this, in my opinion, excuse me, comes from the way you're raised, because I've never ever been, oh, they're doing it so I need to do it. Never, never. I always did what I want to do. I don't give a shit what everybody else is doing. I never cared. But I was raised. I remember both my mom and my dad are like strong people, and strong signs, and they're both like, you don't ever follow anybody. You be your own leader, And then we're Aries, anyways, natural type born leader. We want to do things our way anyway, I think. But I was never influenced by anybody. I never did something because somebody else did it, or I never wanted to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, damn, I would like to have that house too. Yeah, we have the wants, but I don't need to be like them, or I don't need to, because I'm my own self. So I've never understood that. How about you? Have you ever like have you ever been a follower type, or do it because they do it, or I don't understand it.
Um, that's a deep question, believe it or not. Uh, so I have learned, walked in many different types of shoes. I took ROTC when I was younger, which is a military program in high school, and I did that for a little while. And what I learned there is to be a good leader, you have to learn to how to be a good follower. And there is no such thing as a bad follower, but there is such thing as a bad leader. Okay, if you idolize something that should not be idolized, which is what
Yes,
it, okay. If you look at it from the Christian perspective, God says, if you put anything before me, okay, that's what He says,
it
and it
cut
is
out.
true. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we didn't hear what you said. If you put anything before me,
Okay. If you put anything, idolize, or put anything before me, is wrong.
right?
Okay, that it's I'm paraphrasing here because I don't know the scripture, but I do have a lot of discussions with people, and I live with a pastor, right? So, but that's the basis of what it is. It's not him being narcissistic or anything like that. What it is God is the main spirit of the universe. Okay, it's just a name for that spirit. All right, the spirit that lives within us. Okay, that same spirit is should be honored, the one that we have. So if we put something before us, something that is higher than us, and put it on a pedestal and idolize that, that presents issues for us. That we suddenly start feeling like we're not enough, or we start to feel like we need to be this way. We need to be skinnier. We need to be fatter. We need to be buffer. We need to be, we need to wear flannel. We need to wear fedoras. You know what I mean? Like, um, it's really is important not to put something before yourself, because if you do, then you will never feel enough. Therefore, you can't
It's breaking
accept
up.
love and accept yourself. It's
Sorry,
breaking
it's
up.
break. Yeah, I heard that. I heard you ask that, but yeah, it's breaking up. And Linksy, I'm sorry, Linksy, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with the chat. But thank you so much, Linksy, for being here. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, you were breaking up there just at the very end. I think it just seemed to be breaking up. But
I think you got
okay,
the gist of it, though.
yeah, all right.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh my goodness, why am I just I don't know about you, but sometimes like I could be listening, we're talking, and then something takes my attention, like her saying I'm gonna get a head out, and then my mind goes to, oh shoot, I didn't give her stuff though, but I did call her twice, and then that will boom boom everything you just said. I don't know what you just said. So when you ask
And
me my thoughts on it, I'm like, I was paying attention, but for some reason this took my attention away from it. Now I forgot what you done said. I don't know if it's not enough sleep or what it is, Daniel, but I was listening to You're like, no, you wasn't. I was, because if you see me, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like listening to what you're saying, and then something takes my attention away for a minute, and I swear it's like some type of ADD. I don't care what it is. It's not enough sleep, is what
I
I
do it
call it.
too. I do it
It's
too.
not. You do it
I'll
too.
space out in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, and it's not on purpose or anything. And the thing is, though, I was listening to you, but then once I saw her saying she's headed out, I start feeling bad because I didn't give her what she wanted, or her free stuff for helping out, and then I start feeling bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So
yeah, I don't know.
it was all about idolizing, really, is what it was. Having an idol before yourself, putting something on
No,
a
yes, yes, I
pedestal.
totally agree. I totally agree with that.
And it could be anything. It could even be an ideal, and
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, that's one of our many of our problems right now. If you're taking something, just, you know, and I don't care what it's called, so any sort of movement, if you are putting that before yourself and idolizing that, that can present problems in your life. And
So
it's,
anything you're talking about, anything, even if somebody does yoga too much or
yes,
something, you right?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so people can become addicted to exercise, and
Yeah.
I've heard a story of a woman who broke her ankle and had a cast on it, and then after a week cut it off and went running.
Sorry. It's not funny, but it sounds almost like something I would do. I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner, but meaning not listening, like started getting irritated. Like, okay, this is because the same, I had, surgeries and this, and that. And the doctor's like, oh, you not supposed to be doing this, that, that. I was going up and down steps. I wasn't even supposed to be walking yet going up and down steps. But so I get it. I get that.
That's different, though. That's a little bit cast and spread up the stairs. We're talking about like cutting it off and then going for a run. Now, how absurd does that sound? But people do that. She's
Yeah.
idolizing her exercise over her health.
Yeah.
As weird as that
I will never
sounds.
understand that either. Anybody that's that addicted to exercise, oh, like wow, man,
But
I want just
no,
half of that, of what they feel with it. 'Cause who wants to exercise? But yeah,
the thing is like that's just that's a funny level of you know the sickness that's within the world. You really don't know how bad someone is up here. The people that you're listening to, and half of the people that you see are lying to you, and or they are sick in the mind in some way. Really have to be careful who that person is. You are the top 5 people that you hang out with the most, and if those people are not good for you, you will find yourself in a bad place. And that is true. You will see it play out in real time.
it's actually really interesting how like that how people can, especially I think those that are unhappy with themselves the most, tend to want to imitate others, and I don't know, and it imitate others, and it doesn't mean that they're better than you, or I don't know why people would look at somebody as better than them. For one, I don't get that, because to me no one is better than anyone else. Just no one. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you live on the street. I don't care if you have a mansion. You're not better than anyone else. So I will never just understand the whole thing. So like this subject today is easy for me to tell you guys: love yourself, accept yourself, all that. I mean, it's easy for us to say, but it doesn't mean that I'm saying that you cannot have insecurities, or you cannot, because everybody does. Everyone does, you know. But you can love yourself and still have those insecurities about things. That's normal, I think. But I don't know about you.
No, yeah, everyone has flaws. It, the whole purpose and point of unconditional love is that you love yourself despite all your flaws, and you have to embrace them too. Then, when you accomplish that, watch what happens. You'll be
Mm.
so much happier. You'll make so many better decisions. Next, and you know, the people who end up, you know, in a dumpster because they decided they want to shoot up heroin with their heroin buddies, end up in a ambulance having to get an epinephrine shot straight to the heart because the person ended up being a fan of Motley Crue and you're the drummer. Are you really making good decisions for yourself? Do you really love and accept yourself where you are? Are you living in the moment? Nikki Six would tell you no.
Most of what you said comes through, but it's just breaking up a little bit here and there.
uh I hope most of that came through because what I told you was a real story of a
I
real
heard
person.
you talking about like somebody needing the shot to the heart, that somebody who must have overdosed on something, right? And
Yeah,
you talking about
yeah,
the drummer? Did you say Motley Crue drummer?
yeah. Motley Crue's drummer Nikki Six. This is a real story. He went out with his heroin buddies when that was a big thing back in the late '80s, and he overdosed on his drug of choice. And the people that he was with didn't know what to do, so they put him in a dumpster. If it, yes, if it wasn't for somebody walking by and noticing that and calling 911, And if it wasn't for the fact that the person who was in the ambulance happened to be a fan of Motley Crue, two miracles right there. If it wasn't for the fact that we had the knowledge that epinephrine, I believe it's epinephrine, I forget the name of it. It's an adrenaline drug. Okay.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that we knew that we could take that adrenaline drug and put it into someone's heart and and put it in, take it out, and that they would be okay after that heroin overdose, three miracles. He would have died. And he is a very popular man. He's a celebrity.
But what does this have to? What is the overdose have? What is that about though?
What do you mean?
Oh no, I mean, what was the story? You were just telling an overdose story, or what did it have to do with the?
What did it have to do with the topic? Um,
Yeah, it just was like,
yeah, the reason why I brought it up, and I kind of segued naturally into it. The reason I brought it up is because that man would tell you that he did not love and accept himself as he was, and ended up following people that were not good for him, making poor choices because they were in a band. This entire band was addicted to drugs in the late 80s. Most bands were. Okay. They ended up, after this incident, they ended up sobering up because they respected his choice to go sober. Excuse me, he also wasn't the drummer, he was the bass player. So I was wrong about that, by the way. Um, Nikki Sixx, after he decided to go sober, his entire band did the same thing, and they came out with us the single hit, "Kickstart My Heart."
hmm.
You know that one?
Not by name, but if I heard it, I might. I don't know. I'm not a huge Motley Crue fan, but I mean, I know some of the songs, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm sure you've heard that one. Then
I probably have. Yeah,
it's one of the most popular ones, and it all stemmed from who he was around. He allowed himself to be influenced by those people, and then it almost died. Who you hang out with really matters.
yeah. A lot of people don't really seem to understand that, and I think that it's one of those things like you just don't realize it that you do start becoming like the people you hang around with. You know, maybe you start picking up their bad habits. You start picking up little things, and they maybe slow changes. You don't really notice it, but I don't. Is why don't we pick up everybody's good habits? Maybe we do, but I don't know why we pick up everybody's bad habits. Like what the heck? What? Like you say, it's almost
There,
like gravitating towards the negative or the positive. It's almost like they say a little bit more work to be happy than it is to be upset all the time. You know?
the thing is you pick up every habit that person has, regardless of what it is. All it takes is you being around them,
Yeah.
and you start to become a reflection of who they are, and they start to pick up your habits too. So it goes both ways. Um, but it's so important to remember that because you'll be influenced by what you see on the TV, by what you see in the movies, by what you read in books, and who you listen to. If you're listening to people who don't bear good fruit on their tree, you're going to find yourself not bearing good fruit on yours. And
And
that's the truth.
I was going to ask you, how are you feeling right now? Are you tired? You feeling okay? Did you want to end the stream? Did you want to keep going? I just want to check in and see how you're doing.
Oh, I mean, we're kind of nearing the end of the railway here for this topic. uh, there's only so much you can really talk about this without you know, going into other aspects of how it bleeds into our society and poisons us. Um,
Yeah.
it, you know, all of a sudden it's going to become like the hottest topic on the internet. You know, there's good and bad PR that comes from that. But yeah, this is the core root of the issue. It's basically what we're talking about. It's the core root. And if you allow yourself to be influenced by people that will talk a good game but have ill will towards society, you're going to start seeing where this disease is coming from. And if you're not careful, you'll be a part of it. You really do have to be careful because who you listen to and what you engage with. The They say that the eyes and the ears are the windows to the soul. Okay. Not only can you see someone's soul by looking them in the eye and listening to their favorite music, you can be influenced by that stuff. What you watch and what you listen to really, and it can prevent you from loving who you are. Um, Knowledge is paralyzing. So if you're gaining some sort of knowledge from somebody that's harming you, you don't even know it. It could be anything, by the way. Saying that there's a standard diet that we should have, but not realizing that people's bodies aren't standard. They respond to meat and carbs and sugars differently is going to keep people from figuring out how their body functions the best and what if they're vitamin deficient or not, and it could lead to disease like obesity. Next thing you know, we're talking about fat acceptance. You know, is that it, like all of a sudden really is that an issue that we need to focus on, or is it the fact that we're not teaching ourselves what proper nutrition is, what proper exercise is?
Because a lot of people, that they say, like, do you think a lot of people that maybe have health issues of being like having weight that they don't want on them, say, some people don't mind the weight, some people want it, and hey, we're not saying anything about that. The ones that want the weight to come off or want something else, do you think that maybe they just need to love themselves a little bit more, respect themselves a little bit more, so that they can take care of themselves a little bit better, type thing, or I don't know how to say it in the right way, because I'm not trying to offend people. I'm not, because some people say, "Well, I love myself." Don't say that I'm not taking care of myself, and I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying that I think some people that maybe you can, I think, love yourself, but not have a whole lot of respect for yourself, in a way, if that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'm beautiful. I love
yeah.
myself. But do you really respect yourself enough? Because if you did, wouldn't you make healthier choices for your body, for you to feel better? It's not about you looking better. It's about feeling better and being your best self. But when we say like love and accept yourself, also respect yourself too.
And
Anyways.
if you don't, then you'll disrespect what's around you,
Mhm.
and you see it, especially lately. You see it. People who don't accept and love themselves and respect themselves do not do that to their surroundings. They don't show respect to others. When someone's in pain, they sometimes want to exert that pain by hurting someone else. Or other times they do that without realizing it. It's true when they say misery loves company. It's true.
I think that's why one of my friends and I don't really speak much anymore, is because she would say stuff to me once in a while like, do you always have to be positive? Do you always have to be negative? You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not like everything is was you know. I mean, should know me. I'm not everything is not always you know, positive. But I'm just saying overall, it was like, damn, you know. And I was like, damn, do you? And it's just she didn't like herself. She didn't love herself. She didn't, and it was always negative. And it's like, that. Anyways, that whole loving yourself thing, it gets tiring for other people if you don't love yourself too. And you don't, a lot of you don't realize, a lot of us, me too, maybe we don't realize if we're in moods with, we don't realize how it can affect other people. The energy we're carrying around when you're not loving yourself, when you're not taking care of yourself, you put off a different type of energy, a different type of vibe, and people can feel that, you know.
Yeah. Or you'll start to do things that are inappropriate, like bad manners, exposing yourself in the street. You know,
I was gonna say I
people
do
do that a lot.
inappropriate stuff, but not not that though. Okay.
No, it gets pretty wild. You know,
Yeah.
it really does. Your influence is much more powerful than you think. You know, it really is. Um, a smile towards somebody who's having a bad day, just because you passed each other on the sidewalk, probably did a lot more than you think it did.
Yeah. And I agree with that because we know what it feels like. Say you're having a bad day and someone just glances and smiles. It makes you feel good, right? You know, and
Yeah,
I do that. And I always get accused by ex people, you're flirting. I smiled at a stranger. I'm flirting now. No. I mean, I smile at everybody. I don't care who they are. I always smile, but I always got accused of flirting or what? But anyways, that's because they just unhappy with everything. That's a whole
they were probably insecure themselves.
yeah. Oh God, yeah. But yeah, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, why not smile and you know, give off that good vibe to somebody else type thing? Why not share that? But when it comes to the negativity and this, we don't want you sharing that. Please don't share the negativity and all that stuff. Don't share that kind of stuff. Share only the
Yeah,
positivity. You know.
it's infectious. It's infectious. You know, it goes in the same vein. If you yell at somebody because you're in a bad mood, you just made them have a bad mood or feel disappointed or upset for no good reason other than your own selfishness.
Yep, and then they snap at somebody. That person snaps at somebody. That person snaps at somebody. And it's just that snowball thing, you know. And people wonder why the world has become the way it has. Well, shit, that's been circulating around for years and years and years. That going to the next, going to the next, and finally it's
Or
going to hit it.
decades,
You know, yeah,
decades, centuries, generations.
yeah.
You know,
Since
we are
time began. Yeah,
generational curses are real. You know, we are dealing with them right now. The hot topics they talk about in the media, all of them, by the way, generational curses.
Natalia, thank you. And Shania, I was just going to say that's why I was checking in with Dan, Shania, because we're about to wrap this part up. And I was going to take you, Shania, here in a minute or two. But I do see Natalia donated. So, Natalia, you will be up. Thank you, Natalia. And let's see. So, you're going to be up. And we are going to, like I said, we are pretty much done, I think, right, Daniel, with the live stream? I'm done. You about done?
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, me
um,
too. And Natalia, let's see. Because I know everybody wants to head out. Shania's heading out. I feel bad. Linksy headed out, but and yes, child. Hello, yes, child. How are you? I'm trying to find it here, Natalia. All right, it just came through. I'm in the and it was nothing. Okay, it just came through. Alrighty. All right, Natalia, you are up. Hidden Truth, Volume 1, and Angel Answers. All right. Hidden Truth, Volume 1, and Angel Answers. Thankful. I've been saying that, yes, child. When I remember to, I've been saying the same. I've been telling people it was yes, child that says that, and I like it. Yes, thankful. I'm thankful. Let's see. You came closer than anyone. And then angel answers. All right, angel answers. There was a card mixed in here that I didn't even know. You see, this is the deck, right? This card from another oracle deck was mixed in. So I'm going to give you this card too. If you don't want it, you can ignore it. But it's in here for some reason and must be, maybe it was put in here somehow for you. I don't know. But you can take it or leave it. But your angel answers says trust. Trust. You better trust and believe. All right. And then the other card here is friendship. And it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So if it doesn't make sense, okay. All right. And thank you. Thank you, Natalia. Yes, manifesting more when you're thankful. I agree. I agree. Yes, child. All right. And then Shania, you are up. And thank you, Natalia. All right.
Thanks for having me,
Yes.
Jill. I'm gonna have to hop off here.
All right. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for uh, having me here.
Yeah, you guys don't forget to check out Surveying BTS. Check his channel out, you guys. All right. Thank you, Daniel.
One thing before I go, if you don't mind, I'd
Yes,
like to
please.
know what topic you would like to discuss next time.
Oh, should we? Hey, should we? But like, put a vote. Should I take a poll? When I'm done, I could put a poll on the community tab and see what people say or see what
Okay.
they think.
We could talk about ancient civilizations. We can continue this topic. Um, maybe the um, like I don't know, gardening. It could be anything. Um, nothing's really off of the table, but any sort of deep subject is typically what I go for. If you want to talk about, quantum mechanics, even like so, whatever you decide to choose, Jill, um, I'm pretty much open for talking about everything.
Okay. Yeah, I am too. I am too. And I don't think we need to necessarily keep out just one topic a night, type thing, but I think a couple topics would be cool too. But depending on how much time we have and how many people want a reading or don't want a reading, but yeah, I can take a poll or something and see if anybody, if they don't really come up with much and people don't care, then we'll come up with something. There's
Yeah,
so much to talk about.
there's 411 mysteries. The Bermuda Triangle. you
Yeah,
know,
that is so interesting to me. The Bermuda Triangle. I'm like, where are these people going? Where are they going?
that's one of the greatest mysteries of our world.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That is so interesting.
mhm.
All right.
Thank you, Jill. Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Shania. Fortune cookie. Oh, Buddha. Right. Time frame. Hidden truth. All right. All right. We're starting off with the fortune cookie here. Future. There's a little writing on it. Gotta get glasses. Gotta. Being stupid. I'm a hungry. All right. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. All right. Social fun. And I'm going to grab a Moonology manifestation. Go for it. New moon in Aries. Go for it. The Buddha. Buddha, 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 Buddha. All right, let's see. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Oh, what am I doing? Trying to put them up where they don't belong. All right, let's see. All right, time frame. Close your eyes. Feel what you want. Approximately 3 months. Hidden truth. I don't know what comes next. We'll figure it out. I don't know what comes next. All right, and then your question is: Leo keeping something hidden from me about a third party? Oh, Apocalypse deck. Let me grab the other deck. All right. I should just keep the deck out, but I have things sitting out. And anyways, let's see. All right. All right. That's too many. Comes out with yeses. I don't know if it's just, I don't know if it's something like bad, like a third, I mean, the third party situation comes out, but it could just be somebody in somebody's ear saying something, you know, like getting involved or saying something or saying, it may not be like, oh, it's a third party. I mean, it could be either or, but there's this feeling of like a soulmate connection or divine type connection here coming through. Because it doesn't seem like it's a, I don't know. It does show like this king is emotionally unavailable. Whoever this king is emotionally unavailable. So they're yes cards, but again, I don't know if it's something so bad or not. You know, I don't know. But you're getting a yes. I'll show you two at a time. And then just looking at the cards and seeing if there's anything I missed, but I feel like it's just pretty much Let me see. I don't feel like I want just one more. I don't feel like that's good enough. I don't know why. I mean, I got your answer, but I just... I don't know if this is about somebody making a decision or not, but like somebody needing to make a choice on something, what direction to go. This usually can talk about like putting in effort and taking the next steps on something type thing. But it could be partnerships. All right. But thank you, Shania. Thank you for helping out. I really appreciate it. And you guys, I'm going to take off. It is, I didn't say last call, but I don't really, well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I guess. But if anybody else would like to, if you guys want to donate for a reading, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to take off. I know we closed that free list. Been on here for a few hours, so I'm going to take off. I'm just going to give it like a minute while I put this stuff away. And thank you to everybody that did come through here. I appreciate you guys. And thank you guys for helping out in the chat. Shania, thank you. And to Linksy, thank you. Linksy's channel's A's Tarot Readings. Don't forget to check her out, you guys. And then Daniel's other channel, Surveying BTS. Don't forget to check him out. And Shania, thank you so much. I appreciate you too. And thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys that came through tonight. Thank you. All right. And I will see you guys on the next one.